Then
Bruh.
we could have.
During our last session, you guys stormed the main chambers underneath Kaizo's manor and unleashed what can only be considered as chaos and hell upon Kaizo and a bunch of minions after this woman, known as the Phoenix, who you've seen for the first time now, a Phoenix Aarakocra woman, paused time, gave you all little speeches, said some things about independent people's characters, things that if you didn't pick up on, I'm not going to re-mention because your character would know or not know.
I'll catch the VOD and meta.
That's true. You could do that. Your character was there, and if you believe your character would remember, then by all means you could go watch the VOD and meta a little bit. However, you guys dispatched of all of the minions beneath Kaizo's manor, almost losing 2 of the children and witnessing the death of Frederick, the old man who lived beneath the manor, kidnapped from the Winterlight Empire to teach the children that were being sold off. In the middle of the fight, Valxis made the bold decision to was it Thunderclap or Thunderstep?
Thunderwave.
Thunderwave, Drell, while he was
That's the one that
unconscious,
paralyzes people.
hurting him and then hitting him against a brazier, giving him 2 failed death saves, in which Henry, in a bout of panic, grabbed him and teleported him all the way to Hedrun on top of the town hall. Upon stabilization, Drell found his way to the Lathander church, healed himself up, and sent Henry back to his allies, not knowing whether or not the fight had been won. You guys revived the 2 children who had been knocked unconscious, brought them back up to the main part of the mansion, gone back into the study, used a lot of magic to lockpick a secret compartment in a drawer, and found a note that Kaizo had written to go to Kraylin, his supposed boss of some sort that isn't the Phoenix, about the fact that the Phoenix didn't need to come see the operation, things were running smoothly, and there were no issues. That letter never got sent. It was written in Thieves' Cant. And you also found on Arthur's dead body a love letter to his wife, who he hadn't seen in many years, as he had been kidnapped from the Winterlight Empire. Now, you guys sit in the study. Many of you...
Did you say Arthur again?
Did I? Fucking Frederick. God damn it. I don't know why I keep saying Arthur.
I didn't even notice.
At this point, we should just name him Arthur.
At this point? No, because I want to name another NPC Arthur. You know what? No, now he's Arthur. Fuck it. Rewrite it in your notes, you note takers. He's now
a common
Arthur.
Name.
He's now Arthur. Frederick is going to be a different character later on. Just scribble it out. Erase it if you wrote it in pencil. He's not Frederick anymore. He's Arthur because that's, I think,
Arthur.
Old Man Arthur. Old Man Arthur. I can't help it.
It's a problem with having 2 Arthurs.
Yeah, we could have 3 or 4
Well, this
Arthurs.
one's dead. Yeah, this one's dead, so like it doesn't
This one
matter
is
anymore.
dead, and I'm pretty sure, I swear to God, I will go back and check the VOD, but I'm pretty sure that the storekeeper who sold you guys the tents, his name was not Arthur. You guys said it was.
I swear it
but
was.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Although I didn't write it
I don't
down
have
because I
that
make
one.
up
I
a
don't
lot
have
of
that
those
one
damn
written down.
stores on the spot, and then I don't write them down,
True.
which is a problem. So
That's okay.
DM mistakes. Fun.
I wonder what
Nonetheless,
episode that is.
4.
3? 4?
4. I think it took you
I'll go
4 to
back
get
and
there. Because you guys, 1 was the sewer fight, 2 was the travel to get to the wolves. Then you fought the wolves and traveled to Hedrun, and then you were in Hedrun, talked to the governess, went to the merchants. It was 4. But yeah, so you guys are now, most of you, besides Drell. Drell, by the way, because we need to recap this part too, stayed in Hedrun by himself. Didn't really think about the decision to send Henry back. Henry made sure to confirm it. And upon visiting Mistal Lightborn, he had no valid information to give her other than the fact that a fight was happening at some point. And when he was getting moody and broody about having to wait for his allies to show up, she decided to put him in a child-protected room, like a child-locked room, for him to play hacky sack because he was annoying her.
Yeah.
So, those of you who are in the study right now, it's roughly... I mean, you guys slept in the manor the night before, so I'd say it's probably around like 4 or 5 o'clock. Sun is starting to set. What are you guys doing? You have this this letter in your hand.
Hmm.
Is there an address on the letter?
Nope. You're asking that to Opal. Opal in Thieves Camp.
Yeah.
There's no address in the letter. Like it hadn't been
Oh, I
enveloped and
forgot
sent
that I was
away.
holding that, and that's
Yeah.
in Thieves Camp.
It hadn't been like signed off, like put in an envelope, stamped off with wax or anything. Like this was a piece of paper that had writing on it that wasn't sent out.
We should report this, right?
Would be evidence.
Because I mean, we just came in here and murdered a bunch of people. If any more of this organization's come here, they'll know. I mean, granted, they're gonna know now because she saw us, but
Oh yeah, no, they
we don't
all
want
know.
to. Yeah, we should still notify the authorities about this manor. And it's weird that it's someone I know's manor. I don't know why he's not here anymore. And we have what I assume to be his son.
Is it possible that they are a part of this?
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, sure, Breck ran like an organization for, a hired blade, but I don't think he was that bad of a guy where he would sell his own kid into this. Is pretty twisted.
Maybe it wasn't intentional. Maybe there was an outfalling and this was payback.
Maybe.
I have a question.
For me?
Yeah.
Sure.
Would Opal know, or has anyone asked Opal like what happened to her necessarily? Like, would she have explained anything?
You haven't been
Okay.
spoken to about the fact that you got taken down here. Everyone's been
Okay.
so hurt and worried about finishing off everyone down here and getting the kids home that no one's asked you anything.
Okay. I
You're
wasn't
kind of
sure
just
if anybody knew anything yet.
Yeah, you're kind of just participating in the fight.
So, I guess our options are we go to the Drovek, and we inform him of what we've done. We skip town entirely and just leave, and go ahead to Hedrun.
I mean, why can't Henry just teleport us there like he did with Ben? Or not Ben, sorry, Drell. Actually, Henry, why are you just here?
What do you mean?
Where's Trell?
Where is Drell?
Oh, he told me to he said he was gonna go talk to Miss Lightborn about something. I didn't know what he was gonna tell them about. Like we didn't even know if you guys were alive. But he said he wanted to go talk to the lady at the town hall, Miss Doll Lightborn. So I made him pinky promise, he was good if I just left him there. And he was like, yeah, I'll be good. And then I was like, okay. And then I came back here.
So he didn't even care to come for us.
I don't know, I guess. I don't know. We bathed naked in the holy waters of Lythander, and then...
Ew.
Do you bathe with clothes on?
Together?
I mean,
it's
public
this ritual.
bathing is a thing, Some
It's
people
just
can't
guys
afford
being
to have
dudes.
I
private
don't know.
bathhouses.
I mean,
Do I know
there's
about this ritual,
bathhouses
Corey?
in the Empire.
What ritual?
This ritual he's
Public
talking
bathing
about.
is a thing.
But
Public
in the
bathing is...
Temple of Lathander?
So are you asking if you know about the religion of Lythander? This is just a church. There's no ritual. It's a church. It's Church of Lythander. So if you want to do a religion check on hearing Lythander, by all means.
Sure.
Okay. You've heard of Lythander. You've probably walked by that church a bunch of times. You've never walked in, but I mean, you know that his symbol is the setting or the rising sun on the horizon. You know, the light that he supposedly brings. A lot of the clerics of Lythander that you've run across are very heal forward types of people. I mean, it's weird that he said he's just saying he took a bath in the water at their church, but it doesn't faze you that it would have been healing waters of some sort.
So, okay, we can discuss that later. We probably should just, if you can, teleport us back to Drell.
So you guys just want to leave?
I mean, is there any? I mean, we take the kids with us. I mean, do we need to bring the kids back here?
I don't know. You guys want to just dip from the manor? Like, you just want to go? It's up to you. You guys tell me, man. This is your quest.
I mean, we can. There were other doors downstairs. There's the trap door. I don't even think we went down in this room.
I'm fine with continuing exploring, but we should at least get the kids to a safe location.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Now, wait a second. So
The kids are
you
like...
said that you know the guy who owns this place?
Breck, I mean, yeah, I know him in a loose sense. I worked under him.
Was he one of the guys that was here?
No, I mean, the night we got here, this place seemed kind of abandoned when me and Aphelion walked through it. It was kind of... There's a lot of dust.
Well, then where is he?
His portrait was in the dining room if you want to see a picture of him, but I don't think he was here at all.
Heard about Breck was when we were in Hedrun, and she said that he had gone missing as something happened, and he really hasn't been around. I don't know.
And one of the kids was his son.
I assume so. I mean, he's still sleeping. I can't really tell. I mean, I can't confirm it. I can just assume he looks similar to his dad. I could try to wake him up, but I wouldn't want to wake him up.
I wouldn't press him for any questions right now, but...
Would Opal know anywhere else that she had been in the manor that would be
You were taken straight to the
important?
cages through the cellar door.
I think we should inform Drovek, as Valxis has said.
All right.
Okay, so I'm getting like two conflicting things here. Am I teleporting you all out, or are we going to talk to Braun, my boy?
No, we're gonna go talk to Drovek.
My boy. Okay, I like seeing Drovek. He's my man. So we're all heading there now, because like the mine's probably closing soon.
Yeah, let's go now if we could catch him.
Yes.
Okay. Are all of you going, and you're taking all of the kids with you, even the two unconscious ones?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, actually, we should probably get the car. We can do two teams. I can go and talk to Drovek. The other team can get the cart and bring it to the house, put the kids in the cart and get ready, because I'm assuming we probably want to leave soon.
Yeah. I can stay here and load up the cart.
Well, I guess we technically split into three. One group goes to Drovek, one gets the cart, and the other stays here with the kids.
Yeah, I could just go get the cart and bring it around. How hard could it be?
Not
Why
very.
don't you just have the kids teleported to Hedrun or Sedrock? Whichever one.
We're in Sedrock.
Oh, we still have to bring that cart back. Now that Valxis brings that up, I forgot about the cart entirely.
Right.
I was so ready for you guys to leave the cart behind and get your fucking shit like rocked by
Chewed
your
out.
stall.
I was getting chewed
I
out.
was so ready for it.
That's why I remembered.
Okay. I'll go get the cart. I don't know who wants to stay and watch the kids, but I'll go get the cart and I'll be back. And then Jin starts walking out.
Okay.
I can go alone to Drovek, but if somebody would like to come, they can. I'm
I'll go.
offering. All right.
Since your bodyguard's not gonna be with you.
Fair.
Yeah, someone's gotta look after you, you know? You're so special.
This is a bit of never mind. Right, let's go.
Okay. Ben and Aphelion, what are you guys doing?
I guess we are watching the kids
Okay.
at the manor still. Is that where they're bringing the cart? We're
Yeah.
all bringing the cart to them. Okay.
Supposedly.
Okay.
Drell. Roll me a performance check.
A hacky shack.
This isn't what I thought I was doing. I had another bit in mind. Oh, fuck
Natural
yeah.
20, dude.
Ooh.
You
I love roll 20.
you
baby.
start you deal with the fact that you're locked in this room. It's not with malicious intent, but because you wanted a place to play hacky sack, so they gave you a place to play hacky sack. So you start playing hacky sack.
True.
And you're crushing it, man. Fucking 10, 11, 12. Off the knee, off the shoulder, off your head. Like, you're killing it.
Oh.
To the point where,
Off
like,
the wall.
the
back to the
secretary,
foot.
that elven secretary at the front, has, like, checked on you every now and again to make sure you're not dead. And she's now just kind of like, watching you. Just like she stood out the window, kind of like arms crossed, just like watching the ball go over and over. And then you see her like turn to her side and say something. You have no idea what she says. And two more people come up and they all start watching you go. And this smile comes across one of their faces and you're just going. And while he's performing his hacky stack stuff, we are going to follow... Actually, sure. What's your bit? Go ahead. If you're gonna, you have a bit. You said you have a bit in the room. So what's your bit? You're playing hacky sack right now.
Well, it's not gonna work this way.
So you done? Are you just gonna catch it and like do a flourish of like ta-da and then do your bit, or what are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna fall to the ground and let it hit me.
You see, you don't hear it. You see all three of them gasp, and they're just staring at you on the ground.
I don't move.
Make a deception check.
Oh.
That's what I did.
You see the two new people go to like run to the door to check on you, and you through like squinting your eye, you see the elvish secretary go, like hold her hand up, cross her arms again, and give you a look.
No, I really don't move. I don't move.
Out of breath from the hacky sacking, so you're just
I
like.
commit
How
to
did
this.
you?
I
Well, so
commit
it's
being
the way
dead.
you collapsed, right? You were doing really good with the performance check.
I was like going like this, and then I just went like.
Yeah, exactly. So they thought she knows it looked bad, like it looked fake, and it's just like
No.
she rolls her eyes and sends the other two back to their desks and walks away.
Oh, so she's not there now.
No, all three of them left. You're now in the room
Great.
alone.
I'm gonna grab a dart from my bag and go up to the door and try to pick it.
Sure, make this will just be a flat dexterity check.
Let's go.
Nope.
Let me hear it. What the fuck?
Your dart
Oh.
doesn't break, but you start picking the lock and you realize that like no key opens this door.
Man, this is bullshit.
Make an arcana check.
You have the knock spell.
Man, this lock is really hard, and you're not a lock picking guy. You're trying your best, but it's not working.
I kick the door.
Make a strength check. Actually, you know what? Not even a strength check. What was the roll? It's +2, 15. What's your normal unarmed strike? +6. So that's a 21. Roll damage. Roll damage on an unarmed strike.
Hold on, that's not right. that it? 7?
Sure, 7.
Oh, I actually got a 21.
Roll me a strength saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Okay. You go to kick the door, and as you kick it, you feel the resistance as if, like, you hit something that's not the door, and it starts to push back with the same amount of force you pushed in, but you catch yourself and stop. You didn't kick the door. You tried.
What else do I have in my bag? I take out my my disguise kit.
Okay.
What does the ground look like here, Corey? Describe to me what the ground
You're in a
looks
room.
like.
It's a hardwood floor.
Is there a rug? Like a...
Yeah, it's a carpet with some toys on it for children, like blocks.
Is it colorful?
The carpet?
Yeah.
Not really. It's 2 colors with an off design, like a red and a gray.
I'm gonna like try to paint myself in a way that I blend into the carpet, and it's like I'm gone.
Are you stripping your clothes?
No.
Okay. Roll me a... Are you proficient with the disguise kit? In your tools?
Yeah.
You are proficient with the disguise kit? Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me a dexterity plus proficiency. So dexterity saving throw for you. It's technically the same thing. 18? Okay. You paint your skin to look exactly like the carpet, and you lay down on it. And then just roll me a straight wisdom check.
Bro, what am I doing?
You totally believe you're disguised with the carpet and then the rug, and no one's going to tell that you're there.
He's completely fooled himself, at least.
Yes, you have fooled yourself into believing that painting your skin matches the carpet. So you think you were part of the carpet. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lay there.
That's fine. We'll go to Valxis and Opal on your way over to the mining facilities, the Sedrock mines. You guys are a couple minutes out. Is there anything you guys are talking about on the way there, or is it just silent walking?
I kind of want it to be like real quiet and awkward.
Okay. If one of you wants to break the silence,
unless
you can. If not, you can
wanted to
silently walk the whole way there. Okay, you guys silently walk all the way.
Like pull out like halfway through, like after like I'm realizing it's silent, I'll like pull out my guitar or like my lute and I'll like strum it and like tune it as I'm walking.
Oh, just tuning it? Okay.
Yeah, just tuning it.
Okay.
Like making sure everything's all right.
There's an
and then
awkward
put it
silence
back.
as you guys are walking to the Sedrock mines. Every once in a while, one of you might speak, but you don't. Keep the awkward. Just walking side by side. You get to the mine doors, and you see people exiting the main building that attaches to the mines.
So this is this place.
Right, you weren't here. Yeah, this is the mines.
What do they mine here?
I don't. Metal? I think coal. Metal? I didn't ask. I
don't even know.
No, they literally never asked.
We didn't ask.
Coal.
We went in and fought some Warforged and some, met,
really?
met an Earth Elemental. Yeah.
Oh, I bet that was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and then their faces exploded.
Wow. Just like the one people.
Yeah.
And then,
And the branch boy, yeah.
Bees up.
So who do we need to talk to here? Where is he?
He should be in a little doorway when we go in.
He's in an office in the building.
And by little, I mean pretty big because he is a Goliath.
Okay. So we just go in.
I assume, yeah.
Okay.
And then Opal just kind of takes off and like disappears in the crowd of the dudes coming out.
Roll me a stealth check. If you just click the stealth roll, it'll automatically roll and roll 20 without you having to do anything. Natural 20. Okay. She disappears.
Wow. I watch her just go, and I'm like, Cool.
Okay.
All
Just
right.
talking to her, right there.
Excuse me,
The
or-
crowd, it's a couple,
excuse me.
it's only like a couple people coming out, but it's one of those situations where like she walks forward, and then 2 people walk past her, and when they walk past, she's gone.
Like bus passes in a movie. Ugh.
Like exactly like a bus passing in a movie and someone not being on the other side. That's exactly what just happened.
Okay.
Are you going inside, Opal?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna try to find the most giant door,
Okay. All the doors are roughly the same
which will
size
be
here.
extra giant to her.
Okay, yeah. You see that there's like a counter, and behind the counter is a pretty large door that you could only assume would be like the foreman's office. The doorknob is like 4 feet tall, so you're gonna have to jump to grab it.
Does she notice that there's anybody at the counter?
Make a perception check.
Is there? Okay. Where's my perception? Am I blind? Yes.
There's no one
12.
behind the counter right now. You just have a bunch of people walking by you. They all look pretty dirty and tired, sweaty from the day. But you can gather that this is probably the counter, that if you get behind it, that door is the right door. Doxus, are you walking in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You walk in 30 seconds after her because she kind of just ran off. You're kind of trying to like push past people. They're like catching your wings because they're all holding pickaxes and like
Yeah, and I'm
trying
like,
to.
ow, stop.
Yeah, you're trying to get by. He's clearly making like a sort of a scene, but not a huge one. What are you guys doing?
I walk up to Drovek's office door.
Okay. You see him, Opal, just like walk around the counter to the door, and you're still on the other side of the counter. He has no idea you were there. Yeah, everything's huge. But this is also what life is
scurry
like
behind
for
him
you.
and follow him. Yeah.
Like this is what life is like. So even though stuff is big, it's not like a surprise that it's big. So you're used to things being bigger than you. But yeah, you scurry up behind him. He has no idea that you're there. You're just kind of behind. You knock on the door. Make a perception check, Doxus.
I'm good at those.
Are you sure?
Okay. You don't
Sarcasm.
You don't hear anything. After a few minutes, the door opens. It took a few minutes. Like, no one answered. You rapped again. No one answered. And then eventually the door opens, and you see Drovek standing there in front of you. And behind him is Stone Breath, the earth elemental.
Good evening.
How can I help you?
So,
It's you. Stone Breath.
hello.
These the ones? And Stone Breath is in the back, and he just nods his head. He doesn't really want to say anything. He's not saying much. And Braun turns back to you and goes, "You did good down in the mines, though we lost everyone. Except for the 2. You kept them alive. Stone Breath tells me he was ready to knock your teeth out. Thought you guys were part of everything. But I told you what Kaiser's manner was. What brings you back?"
An update on what we found. So we went to Kaiso's manor.
Okay.
Kaiso was there.
Okay. Interesting.
And-
Guess he didn't need to work anymore.
Yeah, well, he was dealing with children, because there were about
Like
how many- was
Jensen?
it 5? No, like children,
Oh, like little tykes. Got
like
it.
little kids.
Yeah, yeah. What do you mean? Like he's running an
Wait,
orphanage
how
out of
many
his
were there?
manor or
5?
whatever?
I think there were 5.
There were 4, but 6 cages. You were in one, and one of the kids is gone.
Right. 4.
Okay.
So 4. No. Actually, kidnapping them and selling them to like rich families.
Well, that's kind of fucked.
Yeah, a little bit. That's kind of what we started.
Yeah. Well, thank you for letting me know, I guess.
Right. There are quite a few bodies in the basement of his manor.
Why are you telling me?
I don't know, in case you want to investigate.
Why would I investigate someone else's house?
I don't know.
Is this like a town thing? You're like worried about like the city finding bodies or something? Like I'm just a foreman, man. I just run the mines.
Oh. Who do we talk to for the city?
Mayor Genfrey? Probably. The guy who runs this
That might have been
place.
smart. That might have been smart. Right. Anyway, now you know this information. So if you have any information on kidnappings or a
well, I have information now. You guys fixed it.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
If you've ever seen like a Phoenix Aarakocra or, you know.
I don't know whether that's a real thing or you're just fucking with me.
I wish I was fucking with you.
Because I've seen Aarakocra and usually they're noble pricks, but I've never seen.
Kind of a prick, yeah.
Wait, how so?
Oh, she was the biggest bitch I've ever met.
And she just kind of like comes out from behind him.
He goes, boy, do you got voices in your head or some shit? What was that? And he like looks around your shoulder, like looks behind him. He has no idea where that voice came from. Valxis, you can tell it's Opal and she's right behind you.
Oh my fucking god! Don't scare me like that.
Are you talking to the voices coming out of your head?
I like step aside.
She pushes his like clothes out of the way. She's like,
you have a talking cat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. You really are rich and famous, aren't you? What is it? Some sort of fae or something? Oh.
No, she is a traveling companion. Or why we're searching for these children.
Yes.
Whatever floats your boat, man. I'm not gonna
kidnapped,
judge.
you know.
Oh,
yeah.
Not only that,
kidnapped.
they thought I was a kid.
Are you not a kid?
I mean, I'm only 12, but
I mean, we got some cat folk who work in the mines, the bigger ones.
Oh, yeah.
And he like leans down and looks daggers into you and goes, "Oh yeah, you're not like them. Nope, you're a whole different thing."
Yes.
But an adult, this is something that works between you two. Companions.
Whoa. No.
Oh, no.
Adventuring
No.
companions.
Well, how come she wasn't with you?
Never in my
Because you got kidnapped. So like,
yes.
He like leans in and does a bad job of whispering, and says to Valxis, "So like a damsel in distress kind of thing."
I swear to fucking God. I swear to God. Anyway.
Why? What god are you swearing to?
I don't know any of them that will answer.
Do you worship? Are you a religious guy?
Nope, not in the slightest.
Opal's just like making a face. She's like,
yeah, don't worry about it. Well, thank you for the information. I guess.
You're welcome.
So I'm assuming Kaizo's not coming back to work. What? Sorry, what?
I was asking Valxis if he told you about Kaizo.
Well, Kaizo used to work here. He said he was at the manor and that he was kidnapping kids.
That was
so
supposed
like,
to be his manor, but it's not his manor.
What do you mean? He bought it. He bought it from the town.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, doesn't mean
I
it
don't
doesn't
know.
have previous
What's
owners.
going on?
I'm just saying he bought the manor. I don't know. Came in with a lot of money, bought the manor.
Yes, he owned the manor, and he was shipping kidnapped children out of it.
Uh-huh.
Like in boxes?
And now he's dead.
Probably in cages.
Is he dead? Oh, he's dead. Stone Breath, you see my feather over there? Can you just cross Kaizo's name out of the book? And you just hear the roiling of stone as a hand appears out of the stone and crosses it, like it rips the paper, just crosses Kaizo's name out of a book.
Right.
Not coming back to work. 3 weeks I thought he wouldn't be back, but now I know he's dead, so like it's assured, you know?
Anyway,
Okay,
if there's more
now what?
kidnappings, you know who to call or find. I don't know, send a letter somewhere. Someone knows who we are.
Wait, you want me to send a letter to who?
Anyone. I don't know.
What?
Huh?
What?
Huh? Anyway, I'm like, it's a good talk to you. Good talking to you. Let's go. We're gonna go talk to the
Yeah.
mayor.
I guess we'll go find the mayor. Thank you.
You're welcome. Gone to be with you and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Right. Just walk.
He shuts the door and you guys walk away.
We're not going to the mayor. We're just gonna leave the town. It's out of our hands.
You don't want to talk to the mayor.
Nope, I'm good. They can deal
Are
with
you
the
sure?
bodies on their own. Yeah. Pretty much.
Ben, Aphelion...
Do you want me to go talk to the mayor?
Oh, go ahead.
Do you want to go talk to the mayor and tell them about?
I mean, if I can find the mayor, I could probably, let them know.
I mean, I don't think
You want it to be a surprise?
Sure.
We can write a note and leave it at their doorstep. Hey, there's a bunch of dead bodies in this house. Please help them. Smile. Here you go.
No, I don't.
Yours truly.
All right, we'll just leave them. That's fine. I'm used to that.
All right, let's just go get.
Okay. Aphelion, Ben, and Henry waiting back with the kids while Jin goes off on his own to get the cart. Do you guys want to do anything specific while you wait with these kids? I'm gonna say you two specifically get a short rest.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, Ben and Aphelion just chilling with the kids get a short rest. But is there anything you two are talking about or doing? Henry's kind of just chilling there.
Nothing specific.
You see that Gale's playing with Jimothy the Frog.
Okay. Nothing specific, but at least for the unconscious kids, Aphelion would not like to be the first face they see if and when they wake up.
Aphelion doesn't want to be the first face they see?
Does not. So
Okay.
we'll keep an eye on them, but make sure that when they are coming to, that they don't see him.
Okay, I'm gonna say
He
during
doesn't want
this
them to have mother duck
like
syndrome.
hour that they're leaving and come back, the two of them wake up.
Okay.
And now all
So
four kids are awake.
I'll probably be off in the manor someplace as leaving Ben and Henry to watch them.
Okay. Henry is probably the first person they see when they wake up, and he's like, "Aha, little dudes, what's up? I'm Henry. This is Ben. We saved you. We're kind of heroes." And like, okay, you see that the little tiefling boy kind of just stone faced stays a little quiet, and you see that the human boy, I'm pretty sure Kent is kind of like, "Whoa, that's so cool. Yeah, I got thrown over a chair." And Henry's like, "Whoa, nice. Yeah, I heard about that. I had to go save someone else's life, so I didn't really see it, but sounded so cool. Only cool people can get thrown over chairs and live." And he's like, "I know, I'm awesome." And they're having this whisper conversation now while Ront is in the corner just dragging, scraping he's got a trench going in the wood of the ground as he drags the short sword back and forth, scraping the ground. And Gale, like I said, Gale's just playing with with Jimothy the Frog. Ben, are you doing anything during this time?
I don't think so. I think he's just kind of existing.
Okay.
For lack of better words.
Yeah, that's fine. So it's just a chill watch over. Jin, you get the cart. Are you trying to do anything besides just get the cart?
Nah.
Okay, you get the cart, you bring it back. The cart's outside the front door of the manor, right as Opal and Valxis are walking back. Are you guys talking to each other at all between the walk from Sedrock Mines back to the manor?
I don't know. Opal might be rambling about stuff.
Okay. If there's anything specific, talk about it.
How'd you get kidnapped?
How did I get kidnapped? Well,
I guess more importantly, what did they do while you were kidnapped?
Well, they picked me up off the trail because I was heading to meet up with you guys. And then I was just walking along, and all of a sudden I just got scooped up. And then I don't remember a little bit.
So, to explain to you what would have happened to you and what you would remember, because it would have been a lot to write out. You were traveling along the road to Sedrock. You were just outside the Dark Tree Wood, sorry, backwards. And you, like, passing by you was Kaizo and two other people with a cart that had, like, cages with covers on them. And instead of just letting them pass, you thought that was suspicious. You investigated. They caught you. Bag over your head, 3 of them restraining a tiny cat. Not that hard for them. You fought back pretty hard, but they knocked you out with blunt force. You woke up in your cage, and initially they were like letting the kids out to like walk around a little bit before like putting them back in their cages, but you eventually weren't allowed to come out of your cage anymore because one, Kaizo didn't realize you weren't a kid. It was the Phoenix who realized you weren't a kid because Kaizo's a fucking moron. None of the minions figured it out either. And when they let you out of the cage and you went for her, knowing she's the Phoenix, you got that claw into her arm, and that's when you had that moment of like, she went, huh. Back in the cage, don't let her leave. And you got thrown in the cage, and when you resisted, they like beat you until the point you were knocked out. So you remember being brought through the cellar. You heard the cellar doors. You remember going downstairs. They had you tied up hands and feet with a bag over your head. You heard like a table move. At one point, you heard like a surging of sound, but you don't know what it was. Actually, at one point with the bag over your head, you saw, like, you could tell where Kaizo was because you saw that green color following him, even though you had the bag over your head. And you also saw in the base of the cellar room, through the bag, multiple colors in the room that were like a dark red, and they were like pulsing. And then you got put in the cage room. So you can relay all that to Valkis if you want, or you can hold back any information you want.
She'd just give like a short summarized version of it, so it's not like extremely detailed.
Not too long.
And she probably wouldn't. Well, she might.
You wouldn't tell him about like seeing things with your eyes.
Yeah, that's what I was.
You would just say you were taken down through the cellar. You got brought to the room with the cages, and then blah blah blah.
Could hear people walking around and stuff like that.
They took the bag over off your head right as you got in the cage.
Okay.
They tried to feed me, but I'm not going to eat their food. I don't know if it's poison or not.
So you're probably starving right now.
Yeah. Thanks for asking.
Right. We can maybe.
You get your stuff back. You have rations if you wanted them.
We'll eat on the road.
Okay.
She just hasn't had time to stop and eat, so.
Yeah. So you guys get back to the manor. Everyone else is there. The kids are all awake. Jin, you're back at the manor. Are you guys loading the kids up?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Henry walks out and goes, okay, so, am I not teleporting anyone then?
I think we have to return the card.
You teleport objects as well.
No. Well, okay.
No.
So I could I only could if I was using a different spell.
And would it only be the object?
What spell?
Well, no, it would be everything. But the problem is I'd have to know the location of like a circle somewhere. Then I could get all of it, because then we just have to run into like chalk markings on the ground, and that could get us somewhere. But I don't know where a teleportation circle is. I'm kind of just, freeballing it with the staff.
Got it.
What was the
That makes
time
sense.
between here and Hedrun?
Like a day and a half.
Like 3 days. It's like
3
3
days?
Not that long.
I think
You
it's
guys did 2
important
nights of
to-
sleeping between Sedrock and Hedrun.
I think it's important to get the kids back as soon as possible. And if anyone else wants to go, whoever fits into that budget, I don't mind staying and bringing the cot back, and if that's where we part ways, and so be it.
What?
Wait, you
I'm
want
saying
to?
you don't have to wait for me at Hedrun.
This seems like a you guys conversation. Kiddios, we're gonna go back outside into the cart. Yeah. And then he takes the kids and walks outside, and you guys are all in the study.
I mean, yeah, it's important to get him back quick, but I mean, we got him. Like, if we just travel with him for 3 days, we don't got to do anything crazy.
I mean, and plus, I don't think that at least. I don't think they're gonna be coming after us. They don't know where. I mean, we killed everyone downstairs. I don't think there's.
Yeah, and I got this new sword, and Jin holds it up. So
Still glowing, Opal.
Yep. Can I
I
see
don't know
that?
if Noah's trying to say something.
you want to see?
He
my
is, he's
sword?
muted.
He's muted though, and he
He's
What are you
muted,
trying to
we
say,
can't
Noah?
hear
Go
him.
ahead.
3 days.
Yeah, they're gonna leave you there for 3 days.
I'm gonna be stuck in here.
No. There's gonna be a whole thing. Based on their decision, I will cut back to you.
I mean, I don't think we need to teleport. It's not. I mean, plus we need to bring the cart back.
Also,
That's
it'd be
why we
nice
got
to
the
get
cart
a
to begin
break.
with.
Exactly.
I don't know about you guys, but I got cut up a lot.
I'm so tired.
So we
It
could
is like
just-
5 o'clock at night.
We could just cruise it there.
We could also sleep in town tonight, and then go tomorrow. 'Cause I'm also.
Is it 5 a.m. or 5
5
p.m.?
p.m.
PM.
They
Yeah.
slept
okay.
and then woke up in the manor and then went down.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to get a room again tonight for
I mean, we.
all
Yeah,
of us plus.
You also do have a
Four
manor
kids.
Children,
of
yeah.
6 beds.
we literally have the manor too, so we could just.
And there's
sleep
couches in
the
the lounge. There's
I
Jin's gonna poke
sorry
his head
to
out the
interject,
door.
but I do think if we have the ability to ensure the safety of these children now, we should take it.
Henry should be the one to take them to Hedrun. We'll stay
Just
here.
Henry.
So you want him to take all the
Why
kids,
are we
and then
splitting the group?
3 days later we'll
Yeah.
show up without the kids.
no, this is perfect. Maybe because you poked your head out. Henry's now back in the
Yeah.
conversation. She goes, "Listen, maybe this is exactly what Drell was saying, right? Because like he stays there, you guys save the kids, I bring the kids. Now you have a representative. His name is Drell. He's down. Like Drell could,
No,
handle everything,
no,
right?
No,
Everyone
no,
just
no,
goes,
no,
"No."
no.
What do you mean? What do you mean, Drell? Like
That
fucking
idiot went and fought 4 people by himself.
He
got
was
caught
fighting
by the-
2 people, and the only reason it got bad is because fucking Fancy Pants McSmancy Pants over here decided to use a spell on him.
We have to talk about that too. No, he fought the bowman, then kept her alive, and then fought those 2 swordsmen.
Okay,
and then
but hold on. Wait a
and then-
second. Wait. Did you also see him go into like an untapped rage that I've never seen him go into before? Because that was crazy. He
you're
seemed a
normal.
little
Yeah, that's-
uncontrolled.
That's normal.
That's
I really
normal.
don't.
That's normal.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What if he's
Yeah, no,
attacking
that's
Mistal
normal.
right now?
Oh.
What if he's attacking the Miss
He's.
Lightborn?
And maybe it's better we
don't-
do come back 3 days later.
You
Yeah.
want him to attack her?
Well, no, if he does, and then he's
Okay.
jailed, we could
Uh-huh.
explain it. But if he's attacking her, we come back, then it's like a second wave of infantry. You know what I mean?
So you're saying you'd
So-
attack Miss Lightborn if he's attacking
No,
Miss
they would. They
Lightborn?
could
Wow,
interpret.
you
it.
guys are tight knit.
No, I
No,
wouldn't. No,
Man, I'd make
oh
him
my
the
God.
fall guy in that situation. He'd be out.
he is the fall guy in that situation. That's why I want to come later. That way, if he's in jail, it's like, what? That
What if they
happened?
just- what if they just kill him?
Drats.
Do you know how powerful? Wait, no, seriously. Like, in a serious, do you know how powerful Miss Lightborn is?
I don't.
No, I mean, I did like work for her with Breck, but
Right.
nah.
Work for her or with her?
Well,
Did
She
you
tasked
see her
Breck,
demonstrate?
And I was with Breck.
Do you believe
No,
that
I
I'm
didn't see her.
powerful?
yes.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
I,
can't-
mean,
I
we're
can't touch
equal
her.
levels. I wouldn't say.
I mean,
powerful.
she. Jin. Stop.
do you know what level he is?
Do we need to test this? Are we playing this game now, Jin? Do you really
You
want
looking
to?
at his character sheet?
I'm okay right now. I'm dripping in blood. I'm just
Oh,
tired.
I switched to his character sheet immediately.
Saw that white screen pop up.
How do you know?
How many people can you teleport?
7.
Nope, 9, counting myself.
Enough.
So 8,
9.
8 plus me. That's not everyone.
That's not.
It's
There's
not
10 of
good
us.
enough.
I say
What if I only count as part of a person?
Man, I wish Magic realized that, but the
damn.
the
Even the
Aether
kids would be
doesn't.
less of a person. Yeah.
Consider yourself part
Nah,
of
hold on. The Aether doesn't follow those rules.
Can we at least just sleep?
Yeah, dude, I'll take a nap. I can take a nap
Everyone's
anywhere.
tired. Look at the kids. 2 of them are still passed out.
No, they woke up.
No, they're awake.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they're probably going to be running around for a while, at least a few hours.
One of them's awake.
Well,
or all of you
both
said
of them
awake.
are awake. Everyone's awake. No one is sleeping. Are you blind? There are 4 kids that are out in that cart right now. I walked out of
This
building
eye
with.
is new. I'm getting adjusted to one of my eyes.
Uh-huh.
I'm just literally not paying attention.
Jin's gonna poke his head out and be like, "Hey, you!" and point at the tiefling running around.
Listen. As much as I would love to twist the fibers of the fabrication to make all of them count as half a person, that's not how this works.
What if we stack them on top of each other?
Like the most
What if we put
deadpan
3
look.
of them together and put a trench coat over them?
You know what? I don't know if it's safe to leave the kids with you guys. So maybe I should just take the kids and leave.
No, I'm sorry.
Listen, I'm so sleep deprived.
I am a little delirious.
Then then the decision should be to go to sleep. What is this
Okay,
weird
all
shit
right.
you guys
just
are doing?
travel with them tomorrow. Yeah, we got them. Let's just feed the kids and travel. Why am I making the decision about
Can
these
any of
children?
the kids drive horses?
We are not letting these children drive the horse.
I can ride a horse.
That is not happening. We are not doing
I can ride
that.
a horse.
Excuse me. If at least somebody could pilot the horses for a few hours while
Okay.
some of us take a nap,
Okay.
and then switch off in the middle of the night until we
Right.
get somewhere else to take a rest, we can at least move, right? Instead of just staying here for another night.
It's a nice.
I do not want to go back in the manor.
Or,
That's it.
ready?
That's it.
I got another
We're already in the
plan.
manor.
So wait, why do we
Ah.
have to take the cart back?
It's from the
Because
you lent it to us.
it's from Lightborn.
Yeah.
Okay. You know how like Drell with the mine was trying to say like, what if we just don't go down there and we tell them the problem's solved?
We just tell her that we broke the cart and that we're
No,
not
we
bringing it
tell
back.
them that Kaizo killed our horses.
What are we gonna do with the horses?
Sell
We're not
them.
killing
Sell
the
them to the
horses.
stable. What? No, we're not killing the horses, psycho.
What if they end up coming back and she's like, "Wait, there's my horses."
Why are we attempting
Do
to
you
buy
Everyone-
think,
them
Everyone-
do you
anyway?
think
Not-
that you have taken Miss Lightborn's personal steeds?
He's got a point.
No, definitely
But
not.
you said Ms. Lightborn's powerful, and now you want to.
I'm not
Cross
slighting
line.
her. Listen, you could
You're
also
not
just
sliding
gonna lie
her.
to
We
her.
are
hold
sliding
on.
her.
You could
can
also
slide-
just tell her that you left the cart and the horses at Sedrock. There is trade between both the towns. She could get her horses back.
I like that idea. Let's do that.
But I also can't carry all of you back, so we still have that
Exactly.
problem.
So we have to go with the cart.
Well,
back.
I don't know.
Hey,
Ben
Will.
was saying
Not
something
matter.
about
The
not
cart.
being with you guys anymore, and that's why I stepped out.
Wait, how many times can you go back and forth? Because I could go down to the bar and get a drink. I don't mind.
I mean, it
getting
depends
a
on how many
drink.
times I sleep. I could take the kids back right now.
But you can't come back and get us until tomorrow.
I could come back to
You
you.
would be able
Then
to
I
in
could
an
also
hour.
go back.
How many kids are there?
4.
For
War.
I could
Okay,
just
well then
stay
why
behind.
Only
doesn't
one of us.
somebody go with the kids?
Drell's
Henry.
already there.
Okay, well why don't more of us go?
How about an adult?
And then the rest of us
does
can just
that?
take the cart back and
Drell
it's fine.
is an adult. Hey, you know what? You're really mean to Drell. Okay, he's trying
Nobody
his
else
best.
likes him.
Everyone here but one needs to
I
go.
wouldn't have gone that far.
I'm
It's-
fine
Oh,
staying, and
but-
if you wish to wait for me, you can.
Henry is mouth agape. Wow. Venturing party, right? Companions. No one else here likes him. That's some
It's
cool
an up
shit.
and down process.
Well-
I'm
That's
getting
some-
used to liking him. I got yelled at by our parent, and he throws up quotation marks.
Who's your
You-
parent?
Not like a parent.
She
it's
has
like
no
as if
idea
we
what you're
got
talking about.
Sat down and
I
yelled
don't know
at.
what's happening.
Also, you
We'll
saw
catch
him.
you up.
You actually, Opal. Just so you're aware, them saving you during that fight was the first time you saw Jin literally turn into an walking morebounder, like a werepanther.
So, you guys take the kids.
He's also not wearing his eye patch.
I'm gonna go down to the bar with the cart, leave it there with the stables, and you guys pick me up.
The stables
Unless
are not at
anyone
the
else
bar,
wants-
man.
Stables, then bar, and then pick me up.
Didn't you
Whoever wants
just
to
get
go.
the cart? Now you're gonna go bring it back?
It's a tough job being someone's bodyguard.
Okay, I can just teleport back and forth 4 times, okay? I don't want to, but I will. It'll
Oh,
be
perfect.
instant. It'll
We
be...
can just do it.
At this
Perfect, we
rate,
can
I'd
do-
rather
let's
just
do it.
walk back on my own.
Okay, see you later. I'm gonna sleep.
She just kind of looks like, oh, well.
Well, I'm sorry.
Wait.
You guys say you don't like Drell, and I think Drell's pretty cool. So if you're gonna try to like say you're leaving, then by all means, I'm not part
Well,
of your
everybody
adventuring
else
party.
is pissed off at him for some reason. I don't know why.
Neither do I.
I'm not.
He's a
pissed off at
stand-up
him.
guy.
He just makes dumb decisions.
He's also
sometimes.
chiseled as fuck.
Everybody's calling him stupid and stuff, so obviously no one likes him.
Were you not there when he set that
Stroll
tent
a
on
Chad.
fire to that giant ass morgue? Or warg, sorry.
What?
And
He didn't set fire to the warg. He set fire to the tent with
no,
the
the
dead
tent,
body.
that's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. He set fire to a tent where the warg's master was in, and that like
Was
warg
the guy
on outside.
alive?
Yes,
We
I
don't
remember
know.
that.
We'll never know. We didn't go in there.
Well, why didn't you just go into the fire and get him out?
I was fighting other wolves. It was like really a blaze.
There's nobody.
So you're
There's-
saying you took
what?
on a bunch of wolves by yourself while your team was trying to strategize something, sort of like how he fought those guys downstairs?
No, we were fighting together on the wolves,
Uh-huh.
and then they came later because we heard screams.
Right.
Listen,
And
it was
then
our
he
first
came-
fight, second fight.
But that's
So what number are you at now if we're counting?
Like
Oh,
kill
God.
wise?
No, I'm talking fight numbers. If you're counting fight numbers.
All of us
Sewers,
together.
the
So do you guys
wolves.
just like not like Drell? Because I could just go back to Hedrun and be like, yo, Drell, before they get here and hurt your feelings, you might want to leave.
Yes, yes. He,
I'm
he
indifferent
told us
with
that he was
Drell,
alive.
but it's a slow
No,
progress.
Well, I thought
no,
you guys were
I-
best friends, Jen.
Where did any of you guys get that from?
I thought
Well, I
you guys
don't
were
know. You
best
guys
friends
just showed
too.
up
Because
together.
when I was flying above, you two were like staring at each other very romantically while you guys were sitting, and then both you fell over.
Honestly, it was kind of cute, wasn't it?
You didn't see it. You don't know what they're talking about.
Well, I've seen, they hang out before, yeah.
But this is what I'm talking about in the situation of like when you guys were having the Yol game show.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Henry was just over
That's
top.
right.
That's what he's talking about. So you don't care. You think he's stupid and you don't care about him, and
I don't think
everyone
he's
hates
stupid.
him.
I just think that like he makes really bad decisions, and then
How about this? Step
Was
outside
this a
with me for
lover's
second.
quarrel?
Step outside with me for a second.
Jin steps outside with him.
And everyone.
Oh,
All of us?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
So you
Where's
guys
the
step out
kids?
and he goes, "Sup, kiddios? Who wants to go back home right now?" And the 3 kids from Hedrun are like, me. And he's like,
all right, let's take him home.
I mean,
Wait,
are
that's
you
only
guys,
3
you
of
guys are
them,
sitting
though.
here arguing about like what's best for you when you got like a bunch of kids who have been taken from their families for over a week and want to go home.
Well,
I
that's
gave
what
that
I'm
one a sword.
Trying to advocate for.
Ron is still trying to lift the sword into the cart and is just struggling to pull it up.
Well, the
Jin
thing,
thumbs up and winks at Ron.
The only one who didn't raise his hand, by the way, was the little red tiefling.
How come you don't want to go home?
Because my home's not in Hedrun.
Where's your home?
Jin.
Well, no one
Yes,
said if we were
Aetheria.
going to go back to Hedrun. You just said if
No,
you want to
Henry
go
said,
home.
"Who wants to go back home to Hedrun?" Is what he said.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just heard home.
Yeah.
I didn't
Well,
hear that part.
so the little kid goes, "I'm from Belloc." Sort of. My dad was there. And then he wasn't. And then he chased after his brother. and then I kind of just got like left there. You see that this kid looks a little older than the other ones.
Your dad's Breck, right?
No, that's my uncle. How do you know my uncle?
I used to work for him. Okay, so this
Oh,
was
so
his
it's
old
not
manor?
his son.
I mean, technically, this place is more home than any other place. And he points at the manor.
Yeah. Huh.
My uncle used to have me and my mom and my dad here for visits before my auntie died. And then he sold the place because he said he was going to hunt down whoever killed my auntie.
Then, I mean, bodies downstairs. Do you want to stay here?
You're asking if I want bodies?
No, I'm asking you if you want to stay in the house. If you want the house.
We can't just leave a kid here.
What?
Yeah, what is he gonna do?
He thinks on it for a second and goes, wait, hold on. I could have a whole house to myself?
Well, there's
Oh, no.
responsibilities that come with a house. There's,
Don't even toy with the idea with him. He needs to go back. If
Go
his
back
dad's out
where?
hunting
Go back where?
Yeah, where is he gonna go?
to Lightborn, well, she can
Want to
probably
join the
house him for a
adventuring
bit.
party, kid?
Yeah.
We're not bringing. a kid with us,
Really?
I'm sorry.
Kidding,
No,
kidding.
no.
I'm basically a kid anyway.
Yeah, how come you're all, like, not in the cart with us? Are you not going home, lady?
Well, I was thinking about getting in there and just passing out. Honestly, I'm really tired.
Yeah. The book reading was a lot. The maths
Yep.
and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
By the way,
She's just nodding. She's like,
I just remember watching you guys fight, and then suddenly it got really cold.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I wonder who did that. I don't.
Probably just a draft or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were in a dirty underground area. That's a
Oops.
good point.
Let's
Wait,
just get
so
to
we can go to
teleport.
Hedrun right now?
Yeah.
And you see the other three kids' faces light up. Henry
Well,
goes,
that
It'll
settles
take a
it.
while.
listen,
it's not gonna be
listen.
Very fast.
Which one of you deems yourself like, I don't know, like what, if I take these kids back right now, right?
Yeah.
What, like, obviously I can tell them that I was with you guys and Drell is there. I mean, what do you think she's going to think I'm a liar or something? You guys are going to show up in a couple
No.
days anyways. Like, what's the... Or I can bring... Listen, you could leave the cart. I could bring all of you there now. You could have some of you go, some of you stay. It seems like you guys have a real big decision to make here.
He said he could do multiple trips.
And
back
no
and
one
forth.
has
I don't-
discussed
Well-
the fact that this Ben guy is talking about leaving forever.
He did say that, didn't he? He just wanted us to leave him with the cart.
We were going to get to that.
Listen, me and the kids,
But-
we should sleep on
Okay.
the decision. Me and the kids will go inside. I'll get them
Yeah.
hooked up in the guest rooms. They
Sure.
can sleep, I can sleep, and you guys can figure your shit out. Okay?
Okay.
And while you guys think on what you're gonna have your character's particular stances be, Drell, are you keeping your eyes closed while you're disguised in this rug?
Yeah, I'm probably asleep.
You pass out. Eventually, hours later, as you're passed out on this rug, you hear, make a perception check at disadvantage because you're asleep.
Oh,
An 8.
yeah.
oof.
You don't hear it. The door opens, and you feel like something weird, like shaking you on your shoulder, and you wake up. And standing above you is Miss Doll Lightborn, and she goes,
Oh, God.
"Talk it out from the hacky sack already? You've been asleep for hours. Also, who gave you paints?
Oh, they're my own.
Oh.
Yeah, I got it.
I mean, you did a good job looking like the carpet if your clothes weren't bright yellow and purple.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, two things. One, it seems like there's a couple options as to what happened. Either all of your companions are dead, because no one's shown up yet. I've waited in my office for someone to show up. No one showed up. So you're sort of just hanging around here. I gave you this room to play hacky sack in, but I also didn't want you running away just in case there was information that you were withholding from me. And seeing as how your feeble attempts at trying to break out didn't work, you've got me suspicious. However, I guess I'm going to leave the decision up to you.
Which part got you suspicious?
I don't know. First you tried picking a magical lock, and then you tried kicking a magical door.
Well, I didn't know it was magical.
Most people don't. Because most kids don't try to break out of the toy room.
That's fair.
Did you think I was locking you in here as a punishment?
A little bit. After a little while, it kind of felt like it.
Not
I told you put on quite a performance.
like the other kids.
Actually, you put on such a performance, and she reaches into her pocket and pulls out 5 silver. They wanted to tip you?
What? What?
And she hands you 5 silver.
Congratulations.
She hands you 5 silver. She said, I heard you got to 172.
Yeah,
And then you fake collapsed on the floor.
Yeah.
I'm assuming a feeble attempt to get out, just like the other feeble attempts to get out. Yeah. So what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Your friends, Henry, by the way, interesting that he's accompanying you. I haven't seen Henry since, oh Lord, it's been a while. Is he out of debt yet?
No.
I
think, how much was he in debt when you started meeting him?
At least 80,000 gold.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And then I heard, I don't know how much it cost, but I heard he took out a loan for a very powerful staff that most wizards of his caliber can't wield, but somehow he's able to do it.
Yeah, it sounds like he's more in debt.
Probably. Yeah, might as well live a life with debt.
How much did that staff cost? Do you know?
Roughly 40 or 50,000 gold. 4,000 platinum if you want to. Yeah. It's an expensive piece of magical weaponry.
What is it exactly? Do you know what he bought?
I mean, I know a lot of things about it. I keep tabs on all of the
I'm
powerful
being nosy
wizards.
at this point. I'm sorry.
I mean, what do you want to know about it?
I'm just really nosy about Henry. We don't know a lot about him.
What do you want to know more about him?
I mean, kinda. I mean, you got the scoop. You willing to spill?
I mean, it's not like it's, information that no one knows. I mean, he's well known.
But
not,
I don't know.
like-
I'm in the position of not knowing the well-known information.
Well,
though.
the staff he's wielding is called the Voyager staff.
Oh.
I mean, do you want particular details? Because I have, I have books of research on magical weaponry, and that staff is one of the very powerful pieces that can be created, but it's very expensive. Are you, sitting on a lot of money and want to take out a loan to buy a Voyager staff?
No. I'm just
Okay.
very curious how he keeps getting loans.
Well, he doesn't keep getting
Honestly.
loans. He's gotten one loan. He has a school loan, which is the debt he's in. He has to pay back the wizard college. And then he took out a loan when they didn't know about his wizard college debt to then purchase the Voyager staff. The other things he carries on him, he found through adventuring.
Do you guys have a magical armory here that I can buy stuff with? for?
Here in Hedrun,
Yeah.
the closest thing to a magical shop you'll find is, the Lich's place.
Oh.
You know, the Wispy White?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I kind of
What?
shudder. I got a little.
She
freaked
sees
out
you
last
shudder
time I
and
was
goes,
in that-
Are you scared of a lich?
Yeah, kind of a little bit.
I'm kidding, it's a
maybe.
white, not a lich.
Yeah.
Different things. So you're scared of a white. I mean,
Very
she's not that bad. When Quintero left her here, quite a shame.
Who?
Locked to an eternity to sell his goods. Quintero?
Who?
Quintero Voe.
Who's that?
A powerful sorcerer who killed someone. They turned into a white, and when they hunted him down,
Oh.
he bound them to a store to sell his magical goods for the rest of eternity.
Huh, that's crazy,
Wow.
actually.
It's the ultimate torture. Some
It
people
kind of
question
is.
whether or not it's morally right, but the person's life before they were turned into a white was also supposedly filled with murder and pillaging and all sorts of
Hey,
things. so-
retail's a good prison.
Is it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be caught dead selling things.
Yeah, me neither.
Nonetheless, if you're looking for magical items, I'm sure the Wispy White could, provide, depending you have
Do you
the
think I
income.
could? Do you think I can go? Wait, hang on. Do you think she gives out loans?
She doesn't give out loans.
Damn. Do you? How
You'd
do I
have to
get a
talk to some
loan?
sort of banker.
Do we have a bank here?
Yes, there's a bank of Hedrun. But you'd have to convince someone why it's worth it for you to get the loan.
Might be able to do that.
You could. You're free to go. I thought your friends would show up. You were just in
Oh,
here waiting for them.
Well, I mean, like,
I'm assuming they're dead.
how long have I been in here for?
Like 6 hours. If they were
He thinks
fighting
it's
a
been
fight
like
and,
7
and
days.
they have Henry,
He's just asleep.
if they were fighting a fight and Henry is with them and he has that staff on him, he could easily just poop, poop. So he hasn't come back. Unless he lost the staff. What if he got back there and he died? Ooh.
What time is it?
That would mean the Voyager staff is with someone else.
Oh, how far away is
Cedrock? The banker.
Cedrock.
The Wispy White.
Yeah.
Oh, Cedrock.
Oh.
3 days travel? If you don't have horse-drawn travel, it's 3 to 4 days. If you have horse-drawn travel, you could make it in 2. If the weather's right.
So, can I like just hang out for like 2 days?
In the town hall.
No.
You can go to the taverns. I'm telling you, you're free to go wherever you'd like.
No, I get up from the ground.
Would you like
Like,
me to?
I
I mean, was the rug comfortable
Yeah. It
to
really
your
was,
standards? And you see, she
I-
waves her finger, and a mage
dust
hand comes
myself.
and wipes some of the paint off your face that's smudged into the rug.
Oh,
She goes, "We'll have someone clean that. Don't worry about it."
sorry
Um,
about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make
Well,
sure I have all my
if your friends do come
belongings.
back, I have a bag of platinum on my desk for if they save the kids. But you can go. You're free to leave. We're
leave.
shutting down for the day, and I'm going to be
Oh.
I'm going to be going home. So
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. I just.
no,
leave.
you're fine. My home is not here. So
No. That makes sense, and I leave.
okay. Goodbye. Farewell.
Well,
Hope your
see ya.
friends aren't dead, if they are your friends.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Oh boy, I have a
Do you want to think about it while the rest of them make their decision?
Can I go to the church?
The Church of Lathander?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know where it is. You go back to the Church of Lathander, and you know what? I'll even here. This is what I built
Bro,
while we were playing Valorant earlier. So
I'm
You-
stimulated.
yeah, you were in the town hall, and the church is honestly right next to it. It's the first church. It's over there.
Bro, I'm so stimulated. All right.
There's more
yeah.
buildings than this naturally, but this is just an image.
I walk into the church.
Okay, it's roughly like 8 or 9 p.m. at this point for you. You walk into the church. That same drow gentleman is standing there. Hello, welcome back. How can I
Oh,
help you
hey.
today?
Are you always here?
Not always. We take shifts, but we want to make sure that Lathander's light can bathe any who need it.
Right.
And I don't mean bathe literally.
Um,
That is a pun.
Right. You know where the bank is around here? Is
You came to a
everything
church
closed?
looking for a bank. Are you going to be
I need
donating
I need
more money to us?
directions.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Okay, if you go out of this building and you travel directly west, it's a large building before the gate. Should take you maybe 10 minutes to get there.
Wonderful. Thanks so much.
Walk in Lathander's light, my child.
I start walking.
Farewell.
I-
Hope
on
to
my-
see
on my
you
way
again.
On my way out, I dump.
You'll join
I
us
only
soon.
have-
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He did not say that.
I dump 18 copper into the bin, and I'm like, sorry, man, it's just pocket change. I'll be back. I'll be
Any
back.
donation is a good donation. You'll be back. Wonderful. Look forward to seeing you. Then the door's shut behind you. You going straight west? It's that building. It's this one right here.
Hang on, I wasn't looking.
This one on the side, like right before the gate.
Where's the wispy willow?
The wispy white is part of like this big building down here is like a market district.
Bro, everything's probably closed, huh? It's like 9 o'clock.
Yeah, 9 o'clock at night, maybe. I mean, it's a wispy white. She's a cursed white, so she'll probably be open 24 hours a day.
But the bank. I'm gonna go over to the bank.
Okay. Don't know why you thought
Closed.
the bank would be open. No, it's absolutely
Yeah.
closed. You get up to the bank doors and there's a single light on in a window.
Like, no, I knock on the door.
No answer.
Hello.
No answer.
Is there an hours postage sign?
No. They don't really operate by hours.
Oh my god. I start just walking away towards the inn, wherever that is.
Okay. As you're walking towards the inn, which would be like the north, it'd be this building up here. It'd be in the north. You walk up towards the inn, and as you're walking, make me a perception check.
Uh-oh.
A 20? You notice a shadow in an alleyway at the corner of your eye. Do you keep walking?
Yeah, I keep walking.
Okay. That shadow has stepped out of the alley and seems to be silently following you.
Damn, dog, that's crazy, and I noticed this?
Yeah, you know there's someone following you.
What? Keep
Yeah.
walking.
You keep walking. He's starting to catch up.
Oh my god. Keep walking.
Are you speeding up, or are you just walking at the same pace?
Yeah, I speed up a bit.
You hear the person behind you speed up.
Oh my god, I start sprinting.
Uh-oh.
You hear the cobblestone, someone sprinting behind you. I need you to make a dexterity check. This is contested dexterity checks to see who's faster. That's a save, too. So that's a dexterity check would have been an 8? Because it's minus your proficiency bonus. Yeah, this person rolled a 17, so on the die it was a 17. He catches up to you, grabs you by the back of the shirt, and pulls you into an alleyway, holds you up by the throat, and puts a hand over your mouth and goes, "Listen to me. I heard you're looking for the kids.
What?
I need to know everything you know."
Wait.
And
what
you are
are
staring.
you?
You are staring at a red tiefling man who has scars all over his
Ooh.
face and body, and he is holding your mouth shut and pinning you against this wall. Back to everyone else and their decision-making process.
Great.
People to get.
And we have no
So
idea that
anyways, we should teleport now.
Yeah,
I mean,
go
that's
try
what
to-
Jen has been
go
thinking
try to-
this whole
Ben's
time.
like,
Go try to
I'll
find.
go with you.
Yeah, go try to find Jarell in
Sends a
this
disturbance
city
in the
full,
force.
this massive city.
Hmm.
But yeah,
It's now 8 o'clock our time, right?
so it's
still
roughly.
8
I'd
no
say
matter
that
what.
you guys, it was still like 6 or 7 while you were still trying to decide. But you guys had so
Okay.
whatever you guys are doing, you can discuss it now.
Why don't we just go?
And just so you guys are aware, Henry and the kids are upstairs in the bedrooms. So
There's 3 kids who are happy. He said he can go back and forth. Who cares about this cart?
Miss
We're
Lightborn does.
already in the house. Where everything's
We can-
already packed up.
Well,
We
The
can just
kids
tell
are
them.
already
not leaving
upstairs.
tonight, and we decide that we should at least get in contact with Drone, see what he's doing. Sure, he's concerned about us.
I don't. Does anybody have any way of actually contacting him that isn't, the post?
Henry
I'm
probably does.
Sure, Henry does.
Yeah. Henry said he could go back and forth. All we have to do is just one person waits out.
What if we have him go to Hedrun, bring Drell back, and then we all travel together.
Then more people are left
So
behind.
okay.
What do you mean more people are left behind?
He goes to Hedrun with the kids, and then he brings Drell back to us, and then we teleport all together to Hedrun.
Sure.
So why don't we just go with the kids?
He has to get back here anyway.
Why does he have to get back here?
Because he needs to then teleport us there.
Right, but why does
I'm
Drell
going to
need to come
sleep.
here?
Because
He said he could do
There's
multiple
no
trips.
way
We'll
to
just
go to
do the
sleep.
trips.
No point.
Opal just kind of goes and like lays down somewhere and just
Like
passes out
6 one,
for a
half a
minute.
dozen the other.
You find
And
a
I'm gonna go
lounge in
to
the
the
back
bathroom
of
with 1 or
couches.
9.
It's kind of quiet
It's
in
like-
here, which is really nice.
It's
And you
like a
just pass
babble.
out.
It's like you're sitting at a table,
Okay.
you're all discussing a
be
very,
right back.
very intense topic, but everybody's drunk and doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about.
He said he
there.
could make multiple trips. Why don't we just do the
Is
multiple
12
trips?
Angry Men the black and white movie about the jurors?
Yes.
That-
Then
that's
there's
what
only
this
one,
is,
There's only
except
one
for-
juror who says
except-
not guilty. Yeah.
Right. This is exactly what this is, except for one person has decided they don't give a shit and they walked out.
Yeah. Because legally they can do that. You're in this situation.
Yeah.
Like the kids want to go home. We just take them home.
Right, and we can do that tomorrow after we rest up because I don't know about you. I'm fucking hurting a lot. I got slashed at and shot.
You also sent Drell into a wall.
Yes, I know, in hindsight, probably not the smartest move. I kinda was panicking.
So your panic was to hurt?
I did. Look,
There were, Jim, there were a lot of
didn't-
spur of the moment decisions that were made. Not all of them were good, but they were made, and that's what's done is done. For right now, for these 3 kids, because the other one wants to stay, seems to want to stay. For the 3 kids, they can go tonight with Henry. We tell Henry before he leaves to come back in the morning for us, all of us, not Drail. Drail is not coming back here. We have to go to him.
Time out. How many fucking kids are there?
There's four.
Four
There's 4
kids.
kids.
Okay.
And he can teleport 8 people.
I'm going to be honest, out of character, I think one of the weirdest decisions was get Drell back here, then we'll all teleport back.
Yeah,
'Cause that just
yeah,
adds
yeah,
another
definitely.
person that you can't take with you.
Definitely.
Okay. If you guys, all right, we can rest here and then we can do the multiple trips if he just needs to sleep it off. I just think splitting up the group is just pointless now. Like
We won't be.
either we all
only
go.
for a only for a short rest or a long rest or whatever. We send Henry tonight with the kids, get them to relative safety, get them home. We tell Henry before he leaves to come back in the morning for us after Valxis and all of us have gotten our rest, and we leave in the morning tomorrow to Hedrun.
That sounds fine, I guess.
That's fine. If Miss Lightborn gets pissed that we don't have a cart, then that's on the rest of you. And I voiced that was a concern. So
For
we
the
all
cart,
know.
I was thinking that we might be able to go off of Jin's idea as a compromise, as we can't. It's going to be too long. Well, to travel in between, it might be too long to take the cart. So what we can do is leave it at the stable, inform Miss Lightborn that it's safe at a stable in Sedrock, and it will be available when either she wants to come pick it up or we can come back at a later time when things have died down a bit.
I'm just confused.
That's fair.
Earlier today, you wanted to save the kids, and now we can go and save them, but now the cart is important.
Look, yes, I want to save the kids. I'm just saying that the cart is a concern of mine.
The
I'm
cart
just-
is a concern of yours. You are from the fucking Winterlight District. You can buy whatever the fuck you want. Who cares about this cart? It's a cart of 2 horses. It's not the principal. The principal is save the kids. I'm confused. I mean, I'm your bodyguard. I'll do whatever you need to do. I'm just
High
confused.
priority.
We're
I just
staying for a
said-
cart, though. That seems like a
I'm
high
just
priority.
saying it was a thought that was in my head. Fuck it, we can leave the
That's
cart.
not that jumped to your
That's-
head to slow us down was the cart. What, do you want to go book a show at the bar too? Like,
If
I
the
mean, we
cart
can.
is really
I mean,
such
I'm
a
down
hold-up,
with. I'm down with that. We can, I can make some money. It's,
Oh my god.
if the cart is really such a hold-up, just go and I'll wait with it, or I'll travel alone Wouldn't be
It's,
the first
it's
time.
not. It's not a holdup. It's fine. We can teleport in the morning. We can leave the cart in the stable. It'll be fine.
There are probably thousands of carts in this world.
Yeah.
One,
Just a cart,
sure,
man.
we can take the hit fall and we'll go get it later.
I mean, who
Or we
knows
could
how
just
much
leave
we're gonna
it.
make from this job? It's just,
This
it's
is-
a cart, man. It's a cart.
Oh, yeah.
I heard. I don't think she told us, did she?
No, she didn't.
Wait, why are you so adamant about staying behind, Ben? Like, it just seems like
It just seems if he can only take 9, but if he can want it comes back, I can go. But if we want to get the cot back, I can just take the cot back. It's not that big of a decision.
okay. I wasn't sure. It just, I mean, you didn't have to be the one who stays behind. Is all.
I don't have to
It
be,
was-
but I'm accustomed to traveling alone, and I
It
know
was
these
Nate
No,
roads.
including
you're
himself,
not.
right?
No, you're not
Mhm.
traveling alone for 3 days with the cart. It's fine.
All right, it's settled. So, do we want to go get Henry and tell him he can take the kids now and meet us in the morning, or we just sleeping and then just doing this all in the morning?
Preferably, I think that the kids should be back in Hedrun as fast as possible, so we'll tell Henry to leave tonight and come back in the morning.
Okay. I'm just gonna throw this idea out here. Why doesn't Valxis just go with Henry? If he's gonna come in the morning, Valxis spoke with Miss Winterlight. He can talk to her with the kids, and then
Ooh.
we'll
Sure.
be here in the morning.
Sure. Valxis, is that alright with you, or would you rather sleep?
Sure, I can go tonight. I don't mind.
Miss Lightborn, sorry.
Okay. So Henry, Valxis, and the kids will all go tonight. They'll come back in the morning, pick the rest of us up. We leave the cart safe in the stable here in Sedrock and tell Lightborn of the predicament with the cart, as it was seemed to be a loan of hers to us, ensuring that we can get the kids to safety, and we will tonight, but not without the cart back to her.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Jin goes and gets Henry.
You go upstairs and Henry and all the kids are asleep.
Classic.
You guys have been talking for 2 hours in character, deciding what you're going to do. So you can choose to wake them up if you want to wake them up.
Jin's gonna wake up Henry, just Henry.
Where
Henry,
did Opal go?
you're in the lounge
Really?
on the first floor behind the study.
Jin's gonna shake his chest. Hey, bud.
What? Oh,
It
hey,
took-
what's up?
It took a while, but we have a decision.
Okay.
You and the kids and
Right.
Valxis are gonna go. Hey! You're
I'm
gonna
here.
take
I'm
the
good.
kids
I'm
and
here.
Valxis
I'm here.
back to Hedrun and
Okay.
then pick us up in the morning.
Okay.
Good?
Where in Hedrun?
I mean, to the capital, town hall.
The town hall. Okay, because when I went there with Drell, we landed on the roof.
You landed on the roof. Okay.
I can go to the church.
And it's
Church
what time of
sounds
night now?
Good.
Like 9 p.m.
Oh, it's sinking.
It is
Our
nighttime.
times are synced.
It is
Our
nighttime.
watches in sync.
Fuck.
No,
It
if
is
I'm
that late,
going,
huh?
hold on, let me just wake up the little tykes.
Not yet. If it's 9 o'clock, it's
No,
there's
you want me
point.
to
It
go?
could be
I'll
all
go.
closed.
I'm already up and
No,
ready.
I want
and
you to
he,
say
like,
I miss you so much. I would hate to see you go.
deception or persuasion check, whichever.
He's saying that just as like blunt, as like
Yeah.
the worst ways he can.
Yeah, deception or persuasion. If you're lying, it's deception. If you're just, if you're being honest, then it's persuasion.
Just trying to persuade him to stay.
Well,
You just woke me up to tell me to go, to tell me to stay, but you said you all decided I need to go. So am I,
I
going? Or not? Are
realized
you?
when I look out this window, it's that late that it would be just futile.
Yeah, you guys have been
Oh my
yelling downstairs for an
God.
hour at least.
Yeah.
I'll take the kids. I'll take the little kiddios. I got it. I got it.
Well, you got to take Valxis too with you then.
Right, get him up here. And he like rubs his eyes because he
Jin
only
is
slept
gonna
for
walk
2
down
hours.
and get Valxis. Hey, you're up, superstar.
Thanks.
You go
I look out the
upstairs.
window.
Oh, go ahead.
I look out the window and I notice that it's dark outside, and I go, "How long have we been discussing this?"
Apparently, like an hour and a half.
It's late. Are we sure we still want to do this tonight?
I said no, and now Henry is a little upset that I woke him for this.
All right. I go upstairs.
I'm just saying, if you
Okay.
want to, if
You
you and
go
I, we could do this together and rationalize with
as
Henry to just put it off.
Wherever
but-
you guys, where were you guys having this discussion? In the study, in the
In the
dining
study.
room,
In the
like at the
study.
table? Okay, so you come out of the study, Valxis, and the 4 kids are sitting there like at the top of the stairs. One of them is like sitting on the stairs. Ront is like leaning on the short sword, like drooling down the short sword.
He really likes that sword.
And
He's so
Henry's standing there with his staff, like, you ready to go?
I feel like this is really dangerous now, because when he said he first jumped, he landed on a roof.
I'm not
And he
going
was
to
like-
the town hall. I know somewhere more safe now.
I'm just saying, between you and I, Fox, what
Listen.
if he's tired and he launches them like half are on the roof and half are hovering over the roof?
We're
and
not
they
even
plummet?
going to the town
If-
hall.
If we land on the roof, I have wings.
Exactly.
Okay, all right, all right. I'm just okay. It was just that you got this then.
Am I coming back tonight?
No, you're coming back tomorrow.
Oh,
Everybody
thank
else
God.
is sleeping.
Oh God, awesome, sweet.
God, I have to get fucking 6 rooms. Or 5 rooms.
I mean, unless the church takes us in and we sleep on the pews.
I am not sleeping in a church.
Why? What's wrong with churches?
If you're just gonna go and sleep over there, it doesn't matter. Just
What?
stay here.
I woke the kid.
I'll just help you
Kids,
put him
hold on.
back to
He
sleep.
goes, hold on. Ron, my dude. Ron's like, what? Do you know where you live? Sort of.
Oh.
We could just put this off till the.
Kids, do you think you could fall back asleep really easily? And you see that, like, Gale has already fallen back asleep on the stairs and is just laying across the stairs. Tomorrow?
Yeah, I think this. Yeah, this is tomorrow.
This is tomorrow. Okay. He, like, picks up Gale and, like, does the thing like holding a sleeping baby over his shoulder and brings her into the room and picks up the short sword to drag Ront across the floor. And it's like Nanny Henry is taking the kids back into the guest rooms.
He's pretty good with kids. You gotta give him that. He's a charming guy.
Yeah, I mean, sure, yeah. Yeah.
Jarrell, you're being pinned against this wall. We're going to take a break and come back to you.
Wait, what?
We're going to take a break.
Ooh.
We're going to come back to you.
He just edged you right there, dude. You.
Yeah. We're going to take a break.
I thought you were like,
So
all right, Trout,
you're pinned against a wall.
All right, guys,
And
what
now
about
we're
Yes.
taking a break. Go on.
It's a little bit
Move
I
his
think he
hair
should
out of his
stand
face.
pinned against the wall
Uh-huh.
for this whole break.
Yeah. So, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in 12 minutes. We'll do 7:35 Eastern.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds okay.
He's like Harry Potter, where he's pinned up. No.
He is getting pinned up against the wall.
A red
So
tiefling
steamy
looking
in
deep
here.
in his
It is
eyes.
steamy.
They
Sorry,
pull
we're
him
back
to
a couple
back
minutes late because there was a
alleyway.
conversation happening, chat, that we didn't want to. I didn't want to bring it back during that conversation.
Yeah.
You didn't want to bring it back. I
Did you want me to?
Nah, I did.
Kinda.
You just gotta tell me.
Anyway,
You gotta DM me, be
where
like,
we
"Troy,
left
pull it up."
off.
We want to hear. Chat wants to hear us talking about, Twitch
Hold on.
streamers and their OnlyFans and their political opinions.
Well, don't say that word on stream. You'll get banned. So
Actually,
What, the website?
the OF word, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Really?
Don't mention it.
why?
It's only if it gets.
I don't
clipped.
know.
They won't know. They won't know. My channel's
Probably.
not big enough. I'm not a big enough dent in their fucking.
How is
Anyways,
that
Wallet.
any worse than people
what I'm
farting
interested
into a
in
mic?
is Drell's pinned up against the wall.
Yeah, Drell is
by a
currently
red
being pinned
tiefling.
up against the wall by a red tiefling.
He's looking deeply into his
Is he
eyes.
ripped?
Yeah, dude. Does he have wings?
Sweat
No,
dripping
no
down
wings.
his brow.
He
No
is
wings.
sweating. He sprinted
wings.
after you for a good block. No
How long
wings.
are his horns? How are
No
his
wings.
horns?
No
The little
wings.
tiefling boy that was at the house also had no wings.
Oh, that's right.
It is a rarity for tieflings to have wings. That is not a normal thing.
Shit. Oh, okay.
Mm.
Like wings?
Just like, Asimar don't have to have wings or do have wings. Like it's a whole thing.
True,
Mhm.
true.
There's some Aarakocra without wings. They just can't fly.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they just can't fly.
Yeah, they just got arms. You ever see birds with arms, the subreddit? It's like that.
Birds with arms, yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Now I have to.
So, Drell, you are currently
Never heard
being
of it.
pinned up against this wall in this alleyway in the darkness of the night streets of Hedrun. And the guy goes, "Now you gonna be quiet?" He slowly lowers his hand from your mouth.
Dude, what are you doing? Oh my god. It's like
You fucking ran. I wasn't gonna chase after you if you didn't run. You fucking ran.
Why did I
You made a
run?
scene out of it. You made a fucking scene out of it. I was just gonna get
I
your
heard
attention
you.
and hint you to go to the alley, but then you started fucking running. I gotta chase after you.
I was just going to the end. You could have just came with me to the end.
You started running.
Because you were coming after me quicker.
I only picked up speed when you picked up speed.
What? Because I thought you were trying to mug me.
Why do you think that?
Because that church guy is really creepy.
What church guy?
Don't worry about it.
No, now I need to know what church guy, because if there's a creepy church guy, he might be involved in all this, and I gotta get rid of him.
Oh.
Wait, what do you want to know about?
You've been investigating the fucking kidnappings, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
So, what does the church guy have to do with
forgot.
the kidnappings?
I don't think he has to do anything with it. I just
Then
don't
what
like
the fuck
church
are you
guy's vibe.
What
Look, I
church?
didn't know
There's
you
like
were
10
out.
churches in this
Hang on,
city.
can
What church?
Can we start over? What's your name?
What church? You don't get to decide when we start over. I get to decide when we start over. You're the one who ran. I had to catch up to you.
I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, well, you say you're talking about you should have just met me at the tavern. Like, how did I know you were gonna be at the tavern?
Can I go to push him off me?
Sure, strength check.
18.
Strength check.
Oh.
So, what is your... Well, actually, are you proficient in strength saves?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that's a 16. He rolled a 16 on the die plus 3. So,
Whoa.
So
damn.
you try to push, and he slams you against the wall and goes, "What the fuck are you doing?"
What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know. I will let you go if you ask, but you just fucking keep doing weird shit.
Let me go, little...
Okay, I'll let you go. Just, are you gonna run? Are you gonna run?
No.
He slowly removes his arm from holding you against the wall.
I step to the side with my back to the alley.
What? So what church guy? What does he have to do with the kidnappings?
Well, you know, it's the church over there, and I point behind him. You know, the church of, oh, what's it called? It was over there, and I keep pointing, and I'm very insistent about pointing.
Make a persuasion check.
The most persuasive point.
Just letting you know right now, he rolled a 17 on the die, so...
That one over there.
And this is a wisdom
20.
check for him.
Oh.
He goes, "I've been through these alleyways enough to know there's not a church behind me.
I don't know this town. I just know it's over there.
So what are you trying to do? What are you trying to I'm going to turn around and you run? You know what? You know what? Go for it." And he turns around.
And I book it.
He turns back around.
I use
Step of the wind?
Yeah, I spend a key point.
So your step of the winding. Are you also bonus action dashing?
Yeah.
So you can move a total of, with your step of the wind,
90 feet.
you should be able to go 9. No, he has a 40 walking. Yeah, so he can go 80, 120.
How much can I go up vertically?
You're gonna try to climb?
What?
You can't run up walls yet, homie.
Are you sure?
Yet.
Step of the wind does double your jump, though. So whatever your jump is
Well, you're
That's
what's a normal jump height? Isn't it like 5 feet?
I think so. It's like
So you can jump 10 feet.
10 feet.
Cool. Try scaling
If
a
that-
building that's less than 10 feet tall.
Bro, I didn't know how much.
So you're running. You're running. You got 120 feet to book it. He
Bro,
turned
that's
around
fast.
quick and then turned back. So you have 120 feet. Do you go 120 feet away from him?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. 1 second.
You betcha.
I know what you're doing. I just need to check some things.
You're running 20 miles an hour, dude, in 6 seconds. You're jamming. That's like Olympic sprinter level, dude. Like you're fucking. Like it's almost alarming.
So
that you can run that
this
quick.
is gonna have disadvantage.
Like,
What he's going to do.
This, dude. Oh,
Uh,
boy.
1 second.
I'm out of here.
He's got like a.
You're
net
not
gun.
out of here.
he just
Sorry.
net guns you as you run.
It's not a net
Sorry,
gun.
I'm out of,
It's not a net
sorry,
gun.
I'm out of here. Come
Okay,
on,
so he's
man.
gonna make this with disadvantage.
Oh,
Just so
dude.
you're aware. What's your AC?
15.
15. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a 19. It's disadvantage.
Okay, there's a chance. There's a chance.
And a 13 plus 4. So a 17.
Motherfuck.
He pulls out a heavy crossbow off his back, and you hear a as it fires, and then and a bola wraps itself around your ankles, and you face plant.
Oh.
Crawl, Dro, crawl.
Can I try to save myself as I'm falling?
Oh,
not,
you know why
you're
he
not
wants
taking
to talk
damage.
to you?
You're not taking damage. There's no
That's what I
saving
wanna
yourself.
recover.
Well, you're recovering, so
God.
your turn, you have to take your action. You are now prone, so you have to take your action to try to remove the bola.
Yeah, bet.
Okay, he also used his movement to get 30 feet closer to you, so he's now within 90 feet. And
oh my god, I got 4 turns to do this.
And he's using his bonus action to reload another bola.
Oh god.
You don't have 4 turns. What?
It could be just 1.
So you can make a strength check, not a strength save, a strength check to try to. Are you trying to break it? Or are you trying to undo it? You are still tied up. This thing wrapped itself around you and is anchoring you to the ground. So your turn is you have 0 movement speed this turn, and you just used your action. So what are you doing?
I just kind of like.
So are you giving up?
Yeah.
Okay. He walks up to you and goes, "Okay, I didn't want to do that. You ran. I knew you were going to run. I'm proving to you that I'm being an upstanding person.
Who are you?
We can have that conversation if you stop trying to fucking run away from me."
You just tell me who you are and I'll stop trying to run. It's really that
But if
simple.
you don't know me, what does me saying my name matter?
Because I'm scared of you.
Why?
Oh my
What have I
god.
done to scare you? Have I hurt you at all?
I mean, you've kind of like been a little bit intimidating.
You
like,
ran twice.
Because you like, you know, snooped out from like an alleyway.
He
like, I
pulls
was
a
supposed to, like,
dagger out from his boot and cuts the bola on your ankles. And he goes, "Stand up. We're gonna go get a drink, okay?
Oh my
Do
God.
not try to run again."
Yeah, fine. Just lead the way.
And you guys walk to Kurth's Tavern. You get to Kurth's Tavern. You step inside. Kurth is there, still giving out drinks because it's like 9 o'clock at night, so now it's tavern time for people. It's pretty packed. And he, the guy next to you, the one that walked in with you, waves at Kurth, and Kurth waves a branch back, and then points to a table. And you walk over to the table and sit down.
Yeah, I sure do.
Okay. Now we're in a place where if you try to run, we are inside of a tree.
What is he gonna stop me? What
Do you
is
want
this,
him
man?
not to stop you?
What is this, man? Like an
This is me trying to get information that you have.
Warren? Like,
This isn't. What am I not? I'm not searching you. Have I stripped you of your belongings? Am I reaching into your pockets? No.
look, man.
I'm
you're
not
just
a
being
cop.
Really shady.
I'm not a
You're
cop.
real
Not a
shady
cop.
as hell.
I'm not a
Doesn't have
cop.
a constitution.
What? Yeah, this place is not a. I'm not a cop. Just I'm not a guard. I'm not a guard, man. I'm not trying to like investigate you. I'm trying to help you investigate other shit. I saw you fucking with Miss Doll, and like I know that you like she like took you in for a day or some shit, and like I know that you guys took the flyers for the kids off the bounty board, and like
Yeah.
He's all knowing.
We did all those things.
so like did you find anything?
I don't know.
And he
Oh.
punch-
Hold it down. Hold it down.
Yes.
Stay strong.
he
stay
punches
strong.
his fist straight through the table, takes 2 points of damage, and then pulls his fist out, and it's bleeding. And he just lays it down on the table, and you see Kurth look up, and then the table just starts to and fill the hole.
You know,
It's so
Drell kind of shifts back in his chair and he crosses his arms and his legs and he's like, "Man, you're telling me I shouldn't be worried about this? Like,
Have I hurt you? Have I hurt you?
Not yet."
Dude, you're fucking ripped and you punch shit. And you just ran 120 feet in like 6 seconds. What?
Look, it's not the point.
What's the point?
I don't know, actually.
What does the church have to do?
Oh my
Which
God.
church? What church and what does it have to do with the kidnappings? You know
I don't think
something.
It has anything to do with the kidnappings. Wait, what is their symbol? Do you know what that church's symbol is?
What church?
Oh my God! I just had a.
What?
Oh, the Church of Lathander.
What does the Church
is
of
their
Lathander have to
symbol?
do with any? It's a
is their
rising
symbol?
sun on a golden horizon.
Does it have anything to do with birds?
No.
Oh my God.
What does that have to do with birds?
Nothing. It's just me.
So do birds have something to do with this? Do I need to start investigating the birds?
Not all the birds.
They're spies from the government, man.
The government.
This is
Listen
the
to me.
best
And he
not-
smacks
They're
his
just
hand down on the
robots,
table.
man.
He smacks his hand down on the table and he goes, I need to find my little brother, and you're going to help me do it.
Oh, his little brother.
Alright, man, relax. I mean, like, we had a group, but I got separated from them.
How did you get separated? Where are the rest
We
of
were in a
them?
big fight, and I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, Henry teleported it, and like we're waiting for Henry to come back. Henry
pulls
should have
out-
been back
he
by now.
pulls
I
out of his
honestly don't
pocket
know
a
what's taking
notepad.
them so
He pulls a
long.
notepad out from his
no.
pocket and starts writing stuff down. Church of
Wait.
Lythander, the birds,
What
Henry.
does it mean?
The birds.
You're paying attention now. This guy,
He's, like,
this
going
guy
crazy
might
about
be
it.
like, this guy might be like 22,
Oh.
like a younger
Guy seems
dude.
like fucking coked
But
out.
he's scarred. He's scars all over himself.
So like, what happened to you, man?
The fuck's that supposed to mean? What do you mean? What happened to me?
I know, like you just seem like you've been through a little bit.
I'm
like,
searching for my little brother who was kidnapped. You know about the kidnapped kids. What do you mean? What happened to me? I'm trying to find my brother.
Now
need you
Drell
to
is in control of this conversation.
You know what? Go ahead. You know what? I'll calm down. Go ahead. Say what you got to say. And he leans back, arms crossed.
I take a sip of my water. Do I have a water? Do we have
No, you never got drinks.
Just reaches to a blank table for nothing.
They just sat down.
Just
I take a fucking mess meal out of my pouch and I put it on the
Rations.
table. My rations. I
Okay.
take a rations kit out and I put it on the table and I'm like, I'm sorry, is it alright if I eat right now? It's I'm a little hungry.
Where are your friends? Clearly, you're not the one to talk to. They have all the information. That's why they left you behind. They don't need you. You were the scapegoat. Okay. And he pulls out the notepad and starts writing again. Yeah, go ahead. Eat up. Don't worry. I'm almost done with you. I don't have anything. You don't have much to give me, do you? And he starts writing more in the notebook.
I do, but like I made a pact with my
Oh.
group that I wouldn't talk so much.
You say I do, and he goes from leaning back to chair forward, notepad in hand, ready to listen.
Wait,
You do you? You have more to give me?
Only if you tell me your name first.
Why is my name important?
Because I just want to know who you are. Why is all this important?
I don't know your name.
Do you want to know my name?
Why do you want to know mine?
Well,
You keep asking about names. You haven't given up yours. It's only proper that if you want to introduce yourself to someone, you say your Kurt! And he yells, and everyone in the room goes quiet. And then Kurth goes, yes? 2 waters! And then looks back at you, and everyone starts doing their thing again.
oh my god.
Oop. Well.
Look, man, can we like take it down a little bit? I understand this.
Oh, I'll take it down. I'll take it down. Do you think it's a joke that kids are going missing?
No, it's
Do you want my
terrible.
little brother to die?
No.
Yeah, I bet you don't. Then why are you withholding information and acting like I'm hurting you?
Because they're gonna get mad at me if I talk about it.
Who's they? Who's
my
they?
friends? My friends.
even I'm scared for Drell. I'm nervous.
Oh, that's sad.
He reaches down and pulls a hat out and puts the hat on and tilts it down.
Where the fuck did he get a hat?
He's had it on his back. Like he has a bag and like the heavy crossbow's still on his back.
This motherfucker's got a hat.
Yeah. He's the way he's dressed now that you're seeing him in the daylight, like he's got this white button-up shirt that goes there's the top 2 buttons are unbuttoned. He has the way that like the you know like the gunslings that are like suspenders.
Is he a cowboy?
Yeah.
He's got 2 of those, but instead of
He's the
having
cowboy.
guns in them, there's it's quivers of bolts and
Oh my
bolas.
God, he's a fucking cowboy.
And he's got these and he's more of like an investigator. He's got like a trench coat on with
Oh,
black
he's the
boots.
detective.
Yeah, he's a detective.
We were pretending to
You
be
guys were
detective
pretending
the
to be a
whole time,
detective.
but
He's
he's
the
the detective.
Oh
Oh,
no, this is gonna be a
shit.
big misunderstanding if he finds out.
So he goes. He's like, "Do you not care about the kids
Wait, are
in
you
this
a
world?"
detective?
I'm trying to figure out where my little brother is, so if that makes me a detective and I'm investigating this kidnapping, then yeah, damn right.
Oh my
That's what I say too.
Roll a persuasion check.
Two sides of the same coin.
I keep saying that we're detectives too.
3.
We have
He
so
goes-
much in
He
common.
goes, he goes, if you were a detective, you would know how to get down to the brass tacks. And you give out information without asking about names. Why do names matter, man? Why are you trying to gather names? You trying to get me on a list?
Oh, I just want to know who you are. You're freaking me out, man. And
I'm not
staring
Hey,
The
straight
birds,
hey,
Drell.
we're friends
Drell
here.
is staring
We're friends
straight
here,
down
man.
at his water.
We're friends here,
Like,
man. Well, no,
head
you don't have the
down.
waters yet. Now Kurth comes over with the waters. Actually,
Oh,
instead of
God.
Kurth bringing the waters over, you see branches growing across the ceiling of the building, and it's carrying 2 cups, and they get lowered down on your table. And he goes, hold on a minute, man, and grabs your cup, and then it starts to get icy, and he goes, people like a cold drink when they're stressed.
Yeah,
Oh shit!
It's okay.
I think he's also trying to make moves on him at the same time, but that's just me. That's my headcanon.
Okay. We're gonna calm down for a second.
Yeah.
Take a breath. Okay. Now, I've asked a lot of questions here, and you've given 0 answers. But you know what? I'm feeling generous. So, second breath. That's fine. You can take another breath. That's okay. You want a third? There it is. I'll wait.
I'm good. No, I'm good after that one.
I'm gonna let you ask some questions.
Don't
We're gonna
stop
skip
breathing.
the name question first. We're gonna skip the name question because again, I don't trust you yet, so I'm not gonna give you my
I
name.
trust you. Why?
That's
why-
fine. I'm letting you build trust by asking me questions that aren't what my name is.
Who's your brother?
Little red tiefling boy. Why would I tell you his name? You put his name on a list?
No, was he on the board? Like on the posters?
No, he was kidnapped from Belloc. I heard that they came up this
Oh.
way though, and then I heard the kids got taken from here, and then you guys took the bounty board lists.
Yeah, they went through the forest towards. Oh wait.
He starts writing. Crazy how I told you could ask questions and I'm
Oops.
getting answers. I love this. He says out loud to you,
He's the real detective. He's detectiving you. Detectiving him.
Oh my god.
I'll take
Fight
some
it, Darrell. Fight it.
Great.
I'll
Supreme
take some
tactics here. Do reverse psychology and he didn't even try. It's just like, whoa.
Yeah,
God.
so
My
where'd
eyes
you guys
leaking.
come from?
well, he was in Belloc.
Well, where did you come from? I guess is the main question.
I'm all around the world,
Oh,
man.
this is
I
very
travel.
one-sided.
I'm everywhere, baby.
Super one-sided. What's your specialties, man? What do you do for work?
Are you trying to turn this into a date?
Kinda.
Kinda. Wait a second. Whoa. Hold on, man.
Wait a minute.
Are you trying to
I
turn
knew
my
it, I knew
trauma into a
I'm trying to get
relationship as I'm trying to find my long lost brother who's been kidnapped? You're trying to like get me while I'm vulnerable?
I'm
Not
just
cool,
trying to
man.
Get to know you. I'm just trying to get to know you.
Okay.
And Drell's just like staring straight, you know, like
Next question.
not making eye contact.
Next question.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking me a question.
No, I'm not asking
Um,
questions. I'm allowing you to build trust.
So my name's Drell. What's your name?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, damn, dude. That's such a good question. I got him with this one. 11.
He goes, and I'm supposed to believe you would just give me your name like nothing?
Oh my
I
god.
only have one name.
Uh-huh.
Why do you have more than one name?
You have one name? At most people have 2 names.
No, that's my only name.
I don't know if I believe you. I think you're lying to me. I think we're trying to build trust here, and you're a liar.
I think you're a liar. Look, can I go
What did I lie
now?
about? No, you cannot go yet.
Says who?
Karth, lock the doors!
Oh.
I stand up and I go up to Kurth. And
Uh-huh.
I'm like, can I get a room for tonight, like privately away from him?
Kurth goes, the man is just looking for his brother. You can go have a conversation.
He's scaring me.
Oh. Well,
Drill is such a little baby.
what can I do to improve the situation?
Yeah.
Do you want to mediate?
Sure. And you see him start to disappear into the floor. And he's gone. And then he starts growing out of the floor next to the table that you just left.
Oh, okay, great.
I was just gonna come up with like 2 podiums and like a stop clock.
Nah, he's not Yol.
I walk back over to the table and I'm like, hey, I just wanted to get a mediator. I feel like you're being a bit rough. And this is more of like a one-sided interrogation.
I'm being a bit rough. I'm being a bit rough. Okay. I'm being a bit... Kurth, am I being a bit rough? Not my place to tell.
What? Why did it bring you here?
I'm mediating.
Oh.
Now, I believe it is your turn to ask a question. And he looks at you, Drell. And all questions are on the table.
I'm kind of out of questions.
Well, then you can give answers.
Oh, well, this is... Look, Kurth, you promised you're gonna tell my friends I held out for a long time.
Held out what?
The truth.
Oh, so there is a truth. Barrow, there is a truth. And the man looks back at him and goes, God damn it, Kurth! I was holding my name hostage in this situation. And you just give it away like that. Were you paying
You didn't
attention?
hear it. Now you don't know.
No, I'm stressed out. I'm stressed out.
Make a wisdom check. Not a saving throw, a check.
Oh, to see if he remembers. Ooh.
Yep.
12.
Started with a B.
Fuck. Listen, Barry. I got the whole truth.
Okay, I'm listening. You hear like if a feather pen could click, that's what you hear as he gets the ink ready.
So it's the tap on the edge.
it's dip and then ding ding ding.
Yeah.
All right, so
Actually, and you see part of this like holster vest he's got is an inkwell that he just dips the feather in and then goes.
that's pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie.
Also,
I start
it's Barrow. We're not buddies. You don't get to call me Barry. Okay?
That was good.
We're not friends here yet, okay?
See,
you have
do only
information on
one
my
name.
I was holding out on a name. Of course I was holding out on a name, because people can manipulate names, man. You get someone's name, you could curse them with some voodoo shit.
Like I can call you Barry. You know,
How
that's
dare
manipulating a name.
How dare you?
Dare you.
You want me to start calling you Dre Baby? Because you're acting like a little piss baby? Is that what you want?
Piss
If that's
baby.
what
My
you wanna
God.
call me, sure.
Is that what you want me to call you? Got it. Starts
Aw.
writing in
I
his
can call-
notepad.
I can
This
call
is the
you
beautiful
Barry.
romance. I like this story.
Calls him piss baby. Writes it in notepad.
So, you know, the
This
dragon
man
lady,
knows about my brother, and he is a piss baby.
I start conveying how we have a cart. We went through the forest to
Okay,
a stone
okay.
place.
Okay.
I found a mansion.
A mansion.
and-
Okay. Okay. Wait. In Sedrock?
Yeah,
How many rooms?
a lot. I didn't look through all of them.
Useless. Starts writing again.
Useless. Jeez.
Wow.
I'm just. It sounds like my old uncle's mansion. That's why I'm asking.
There was a basement, and I
Okay.
went through the basement, and there was a secret door that was actually a bookcase, and there was an old man who taught all the kids who was kidnapped.
His eyes are
and then they
going
were
wide as he's
all-
trying to write all this. You're just talking.
they were all in cages, and then that's really all I remember. And then I woke up here.
So you're saying my little brother is in a cage at my uncle's old mansion, underground,
Wait, who's
being
your
held
uncle?
hostage by a phoenix woman? And you
Yeah.
left?
No,
basically.
It's not that I left.
Kurth goes,
I-
calm down, Barrow. That's almost all of the information. Right, Drill?
Harry's with us.
What?
Who was that?
Who's Harry?
Henry.
First Arthur and Frederick, and now Harry and Henry. Nobody knows anybody's
Who the
name
hell's
anymore.
You're a wizard, Harry. Fucking.
That's exactly what he was thinking.
Yeah.
Oh my
Or
god.
with Henry? Like, I don't. What am I forgetting? I blacked out. Henry teleported
Kurth,
me
you can
here.
tell Kurth has no idea if there's more information. He could just tell that Barrow seems to be aggravated that you just abandoned the fight. So he's like, there's probably more information, right, Drill? He doesn't know.
Well, like he's trying to save you.
Yeah. He's trying to mediate
He's
for
throwing
you.
you a line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you just need to wait for my friends to come back if they're
What?
they
Where?
won't
How
know
did you
about
get here?
Henry.
And he went back alone?
Yeah, I didn't really think that whole part through. I'll be completely honest with you.
And you can see like
You went-
he's like gritting his teeth and he's got fangs, like serious fangs.
Hey, you win some, you lose some. Look,
Kurth goes, I think my time mediating is done. And then walks away.
wait.
I'm sorry, you win some, you lose some? Do you think the lives of children are a win some, lose some situation? This isn't gambling. I'm not playing darts with you.
Can I be honest with you? Clearly, I'm not.
Have
the
you
best
not
at
been
talking.
honest this entire time?
No, I have been, but like, has it not come across? I'm not a great talker.
So you're saying it was a mistake to say you win some, you lose some?
Yeah, look, I mean, like, you win some, you lose some from my perspective because I could have.
Because you don't give a shit about kids? Yeah, you were a
No,
kid
I-
once. What if you were kidnapped and someone didn't give a shit about you?
You know, where I grew up, it's kind of tough to like, you know, nobody really looks for kids around where I'm from. You know, if they go missing, it's just like, oh no.
What?
Yeah.
Where are you
yeah,
from? The seventh layer of hell?
No. You know, the mountains, the.
There's mountains everywhere, buddy.
God, Corey, what are they
The
called?
Battleforge Range.
Yeah, the Battleforge Range.
Are you talking about children of war?
Yeah, that's where I'm from, man.
Yeah, you're talking about kids getting taken as war prisoners. You're saying no one
No,
cares when they get taken as war prisoners?
You're like born into it, man, and it's.
Born into the war, yeah, I get that. That's where the birds come from. You hate birds. And he starts writing
Oh
down.
my gosh. It's coming together, dude. You gotta give him fucking credit
Oh my
for it.
god. He's grasping. He's grasping.
Credit where credit's due, man. That's a.
So what you're
Okay,
saying is I
next.
gotta go to Sedrock now to save my brother.
Yeah, but like if you sleep on it, maybe it'll all be worked out by the morning.
Oh no. Oh,
You
no.
see a
God.
tail with a triangle point at the end flick up and jab forward at you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Bro, what a jerk.
If only Drell knew
18.
everything
Okay,
that was going
you
on.
dodge it entirely. And it
Cool,
pulls
can I go and
back.
grab him?
You're grabbing the tail or grabbing him?
Yeah, grabbing the tail.
Sure, go make an acrobatics check.
Fucking dickhead.
And he's gonna make a dexterity saving throw.
23. Suck my dick.
Okay, you grab his tail.
Now what?
He's just staring at you.
Yeah, I let go.
The tail comes back. He hasn't taken his eyes off you, but you grabbed his tail.
I think that's his king.
Yeah.
Trell's just, looking around.
I haven't been hostile to you for a single second. Haven't hurt you. And you're gonna grab my tail?
You kind of shot it at me really fast.
I was going to mark you so you can't run away.
Look, it's a reaction thing. Look, and I put out my hand.
I don't want to know.
Now he's petty. There's layers to this character.
Oh my god.
He goes, you know what? I bet they left you behind because you were shitty at saving kids. I think if I were to analyze this entire situation, you told him to go back because you didn't want to be responsible for what happens if it went wrong. And that you know, deep inside, that if those kids didn't make it, it'd be your fault.
Oh my god.
No, I really
Ooh.
thought I could smooth things over here, but I realized...
Smooth what over? Where's the problem here? Where's the fire? What are we putting out? What are we smoothing?
The Dragonborn lady, she loaned us a cart with horses and everything, and I was going to square that away, but then I realized I was lacking a lot of information about the whole situation.
Right, and you don't think it's suspicious at all that they intentionally left you here by yourself without any of the information?
It's not like that.
Do you trust them? Your group? Your friends? If you can even call them that?
Yeah.
Do you think they won that fight? Or do you think they're all dead, rotting in a hole beneath a manor?
I think they won.
And what happens if they don't show up? What happens to Drell, the tail grabber?
Yeah, that's just weird.
That's his new title forever now.
Hey, it's not weird.
Barry.
It's the only thing I know about you, is that you don't have any information and that you grab tails, dude.
Look, Barry, if they don't come by tomorrow afternoon...
He jabs you with the tail.
Yeah, and I go to grab it again.
Well, I'm making the attack first. What's your AC?
15.
He rolled a 19, so it hits you. You can on technically on your turn try to go grab his tail, but this is a in the middle of you talking, just stab and then pull back. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't do damage, but you now have a mark on your arm. That's go ahead.
I'm gonna go to grab his tail.
Okay. Because it was a surprise thing, his tail is back. You'd have to get up and go grab his tail.
Walk
What
over
the
and just grab it.
fuck?
Which at this point would be a grapple check.
Man, what the fuck?
So that's a strength check versus his athletics.
Look,
Beat
man.
him up.
So you're trying to grab his tail?
No.
Okay. You
And
now
I
have this mark on you.
awkwardly reach over the table and
It kind of stings a little bit, but it doesn't hurt.
Man, what? I was gonna give you my hand.
Yeah?
What, do they have to be unknowing or something?
In marriage?
What if I didn't want your hand?
Whatever.
What if
And
I didn't want your
stand up and
willingness?
Whatever.
I stand up.
Where are you
from the
going?
table and I walk.
Where do you
I
think
don't
you're
answer
going?
him.
He
I don't
locked
answer
the
him.
doors.
Hey, Kurth, can I get a room?
He's just staring at you. Kurth is staring at him, staring at you, staring at him, staring at you. Kurth's just looking back and forth.
Now.
Kurth just waves his hand. And, sorry, not Kurth. Barrow waves his hand. The only reason he jabbed you is because you called him Barry. He waves his hand, and Kurth opens the doors and then directs you upstairs.
Yep, I go upstairs.
Okay.
When I get into my room, I bar the door with my quarterstaff.
Oh my gosh.
Make a dexterity check. Not a saving throw. Okay. You think you've
Looks good.
you think you've
It looks
locked the door
good.
with the quarterstaff?
I have it leaning against the door.
Okay.
It's just barely leaning against
You have a
it.
quarterstaff leaning against a door.
It's like wedged in there, though.
That'll
you know what I mean?
I mean, you tried to wedge it in there. You hope it's wedged.
It's there.
It's definitely there. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna set up my bedroll and I'm gonna lay down.
There is a bed in the room.
I'm gonna set up my bedroll on the bed in the room.
Okay.
He doesn't like germs.
And
Are you going to bed?
Sleep. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay.
It just reminds him of home. You know.
You go to bed.
Smells like his mom. Or something.
Is everyone else going to sleep back at the manor?
Yeah.
Is anyone staying up? Are you guys doing watches? Are you guys all going to sleep? What are you guys doing?
Jin will stay up for a little bit.
Okay.
if anyone wants
Henry
to.
and the kids are out cold.
How long would Opal have been asleep
At this point, like 3
when
hours.
everybody goes to bed? 3
3
hours?
You need
Mm.
6 with a 2-hour watch, technically, to be considered a long rest. Or you could just sleep for an 8
do her
straight.
like 4 a.m. zoomies.
Yeah, she has to schedule out her. It's 3 a.m. Running around the house.
It happens. Just
Val's
whoever's
just
keeping
asleep.
It
watch
could
will see it.
happen.
Val's just asleep.
Is anyone doing anything specifically before you all go to bed?
Jin's just gonna walk through the manor, see if he can.
Your mic cut out. See if you can what?
Oh, sorry. Jin's gonna walk through the manor, see if he can find any information, like the section
On-
that he, like, he's probably gonna.
What information are you looking for?
He's
I'm
probably
pretty
gonna
sure
go
we
to study
scoured
and try
the
to
entire
figure
mansion,
out
right?
what the deal was, why Breck isn't here anymore. I guess.
You scour the manor. There's the only thing that's left that could signify that Breck ever even owned this place is that painting.
picture. Okay, I guess he's just gonna go back to the study and just kind of look through what they have in the study, like the library.
Okay. Well, there's the library upstairs. Then there's the study. There's 2 different buildings, or 2 different rooms. Sorry.
We'll check out the library upstairs because
Okay.
I think we went to the study the first time.
You guys already went through the library, so I'm not gonna like come up with more books or more investigations. But
okay.
you're just filtering through books, because
Okay.
you had taken a book.
Yeah, I did. I took one on Umbrig.
I also took
Yeah.
a book.
You did also take a book. I'm just saying, like, because you guys have already gone through the
Yeah.
library, I'm not gonna have you guys like re-go through the library.
Okay.
But Valxis,
Mhm.
before you go to sleep,
Mhm.
you hear a voice in your head.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
Brother dearest, the family has gotten word that you're involving yourselves in things
Oh,
that
fuck.
aren't your business. We've been advised to highly suggest that you put an end to this, as they call it, meddling. If there is a further issue or the family needs to get involved, we expect you to act with professionalism and bring it home, where it needs be.
Fuck you, Mom.
That was his sister. Started
I
the
know.
sentence with
It was
brother
my
dearest.
sister. Yeah.
To be 1 second. Hold on. I want to make sure I am saying this correctly. Hold on. 1 more second.
What did I miss?
That was
He got yelled at by his sister.
that was Fanoa, not Vivian.
Got it.
Is Valxis also
Valxis
still up right now?
Rebellion arc? What?
Ooh, he's the black sheep.
Wait, what?
How long were you
He's
gone,
a rock
Noah?
band now.
I'll DM you, Noah. I'll DM you.
I was gonna think for a minute. That's
No.
all the shit happened.
No, the only thing you missed was
Valxis
Valxis'
got a
sister.
message.
I gotta
He got a
send it.
magical message from his sister Fanoa that
Oh.
basically said,
Oh,
like, brother, you've been, as this person has said, meddling in business that the family shouldn't be a part of. If this is to involve the family, we would hope that you have the professionalism to bring it home.
cool.
But who told on him?
Phoenix lady. Fucking Karen.
All right. I'm assuming I can reply.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
And you can tell this is more than a sending spell, because she definitely used more than 25 words. This is telepathic
fuck.
conversation.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, Vox will just in his head just will go, yes, sister, I don't worry. I'll make sure that I am being smart with my actions.
Is that all you're saying?
Be in touch soon. Love you. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Is that all you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Kiss.
She
is
quite.
Valkus-
Oh, go ahead, Jin.
I was just wondering, is Valkus also up while Jin is just wandering around? Or
He's
is
in in one of the rooms, like on his bed, like
Okay.
about to go to
Yeah.
sleep, and this
Okay,
came
okay,
into his
gotcha.
head. And you hear back from her. It seems like you already aren't being smart with your decisions. At least, surrounding yourself with people who aren't smart with their decisions.
Oof.
We have spent many years building up what we have. Don't tear it down so quickly. And that you feel the telepathic connection break.
Whew.
Going to sleep?
No, Valks just opens the book that he got from the library.
Okay. You start reading the conspiracy theory about the Winterlight family. And roll me an investigation check.
All right.
There was a lot to go through, and it seems like someone was getting real close to something.
All right.
You probably
Ooh.
fall asleep reading the book.
Yeah.
Everyone else, I'm not going to like go through a watch cycle, but is there anything anyone's trying to do during what would be your potential watches?
Jin would just be checking out the sword.
Okay. You
he
can't
notice
discern
anything?
what a magical sword's properties are.
Oh,
You have
just
you
chill
just
with it.
it's a really nice sword. It's got a golden filigree in the hilt. It feels really nice. As soon as you spend time with it, you're realizing that like it grew to like fit your hand really nicely. The more time you spend with it, as you start to swing it, it feels really well balanced. A lot better than the short sword you gave to a child.
If he attunes to it,
Ooh,
doesn't he?
Jin, no.
No,
That
the
was-
attunement. I'm gonna say that in this case, the attunement. You have a sword. It will do the things it does when you attack with it, but you don't know what
Well,
those
no.
things are just by holding it.
Jin's gonna.
Because he's not arcanically inclined. In
Yeah.
other situations, like if you were to, Ben, I would say you probably could. And Valxis having the Identify spell makes it really easy for him to. But not knowing anything about the Arcana, he has no idea. You can tell it's magical and that it has now conformed itself to you. You just don't know how it works.
Jin's gonna walk over to Valxis and try to wake
He's
him up.
asleep with a book on his chest.
Oh,
You
just
weren't-
pats him on the head.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's sleeping like a baby. He just pats him on the head, walks over to Ben's bed.
You can wake
This
him up.
guy.
If you want to wake up Valxis, you can. Just
Maybe
understand
if
it
he
would be
wakes
it
him
would
up with
be
a
like
padding-
for, you guys could say it would be for what would be his watch throughout the night.
My watch?
No,
Right?
so
Or-
yours ending into his.
Okay, okay.
If you want to be up at the same
Yeah,
time
yeah,
briefly.
yeah. I'll do it like that.
So Valxis, he
Alright.
wakes you up for your watch.
You trying to talk right now? I can see your mouth moving, but like, you need water.
Yeah, your mic's not picking up your shit.
Sorry,
Jin's
Sorry,
gonna-
TRP.
I forgot my mic was muted. I forgot I muted it because I was saying fuck to myself because I wanted to do stuff more with that telepathic communication, and then I
Okay.
realized after it was ended I didn't. It's fine.
Okay.
It's whatever. My character
Uh-huh.
would have done that anyway. I wake up and I go, oh, what's up? Yeah, yeah.
A good book.
Right. Yes. It's interesting.
Yeah. Hey, I got this sword off of Kaiso. Originally, it was kind of big. Now it like fits my hand really well. You do like magical shit.
Do you want me
understand
to
this?
identify it?
If you can do that,
Sure. Take me about 10 minutes.
you need
Okay.
like absolute focus or like.
Yes.
So I can't even like talk to you while you do it.
No.
Okay, I guess before you do it, were you really that panicked with Drell?
What, like,
Well, I mean, like, I know it's like the heat of the moment and decisions are tough, but like not even like a thought like ran through your mind about him.
That's terrifying. That was so scary because the light is so bright in your face.
I know.
Holy shit.
Just not even a thought.
I'm listening.
Go ahead.
I didn't.
Go ahead.
I
I'm
didn't
not-
think I would slam it. I kind of didn't realize that there was a brazier there that I was going to slam him into. I just thought it would push him away from the enemy.
Okay, I'm not saying like I'm not like judging. I just was wondering. It's a concern.
No, I did
He-
not.
he is-
I did not mean to nearly.
Okay, because I know
Kill
heat of the
him.
moment, things happen, and it's a battle, and decisions are tough to make. It's tough to make the 100% right decision. Yeah, I'm not saying you were trying to kill him. It's just I was just alarmed. Is all. I've never seen you do anything like that. I mean, you picked up a sword for the first time. Do you want to learn how to wield a sword by chance? I'm just. If it's your first time in a while, I get it. That happens.
I have been trained to use a sword. I know how to. It's sort of just like a defense thing with the winter lights.
You just didn't want to use it all the time.
I didn't want to use. Well, I didn't come into the country with one. I was going to just perform. That's all I was going to do. I didn't need to fight, and so I just didn't have a weapon on me. And plus, like, magic is good enough to deter some folks.
Yeah, that
Give
magic
them a
is-
fucking headache, but just by speaking at them, and they kind of are like, "Oh, fuck this guy," and then they go off.
It's impressive. I was just worried about Drell. As much as I put up a front of he annoys me, I'm indifferent about him. He is still a
fair.
part of our group. It was so fast. I mean, I thought he was fine. I ran over and I killed that archer, thinking he would come back. But when I turned over, he was knocked out, and then just
Yeah. No,
that fight was crazy.
Can
Ben let that
can
old guy
Opal
die.
wake up and like walk in on their conversation?
You would be in a different room. Like you
Okay.
wouldn't have slept
Like-
enough. You're like downstairs in the lounge. And this is like after the first watch, so you've only been asleep for like 4 hours, 5 hours. So you being
Okay.
like beaten the way you are, you probably would either sleep the whole night unless you had a watch planned.
Okay.
I don't want to like jump into the conversation because your character wouldn't be awake, But you can obviously talk to them during other stuff that like occurs the next morning or something. Just it'd be weird for you to like wake up, go upstairs, enter their conversation,
I wasn't gonna enter their conversation.
Were you trying to
She was
stealth
just
into the
gonna
room?
I was just gonna have her like wake up and like walk around and then notice that they were still awake and like eavesdrop. But
Sure. How
it
do you
doesn't
want to
matter.
eavesdrop?
they're in a
They're in a
with the
room.
beds,
You hear a
right?
conversation happening on the other side of a door. But it'd be a perception check to see if you're able to like actually hear the full conversation, unless you want to try to sneak into the room.
Well, it doesn't really matter that much. I could just stay asleep.
It's up to
It
you.
was just something to do.
Up to you.
We'll leave it.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, that fight got out of hand.
Yeah, a little bit. I kind of.
That old man didn't need to die, but I understand the importance of keeping that whatever that was on Kaiso, but
That spell that was really good.
yeah. Was it worth someone's life? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't know.
I mean, that guy
It's
was
not.
trying to help us as much as like it's like, oh, I want to kill everyone. I want to get the most amount of kills. It's mostly for that's why, if I take the load of doing all the killing, then there's a higher likelihood of our group dying. Yeah. I mean, I felt like that guy was a part of our group because he wanted to help us. I didn't think he would, like, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't think he would stand in the middle of the room so scared, but he's old and it's tough. I don't.
Yeah.
Should we talk to Ben about it?
Have I talked to Ben?
No, I'm saying we,
Oh.
like, as a group. I mean, he said some pretty fucking dark, but the dead have it better off. Like, he did not give a fuck about him, like, at all. And I know no one spoke up during that situation, but it's also the heat of combat. You don't really have time to, like, process. I don't know. There's just a lot going on. With Drell almost dying, and Ben, it was just.
It was
one of those
rough.
moments. Yeah,
It
you
was
just keep
rough.
your head down and work, but I don't know.
Well,
I don't feel comfortable traveling with a guy like that if we don't talk to him about it because, I mean, no offense to you and Aphelion and Ben, but you guys are not adverse at being at the front of combat. I mean, Drell and I do put ourselves at the front of it, and if there is a moment where one of us is held like that, I would hope that you would save us. I mean, I get it. Sometimes there's a moment for the greater good, but just not even a hesitation. I don't know. It's just weird. That's why I thought it was weird too when you just thunderclaps. There wasn't like a moment of like. I get it. It's a split decision, but it's
Yeah.
Because you guys did put your neck out there and get me when I was pretty badass, but you did come get me, so that does mean a lot.
Mhm.
And I would hope that we would all do that for each other is all.
I think it was just a lapse in judgment on my part.
Yeah, I get it. Accidents happen. Trust me, accidents happen.
And
Just that old man.
I think
He didn't even like. He was trapped here for years. It could have been, and we just.
Yeah.
We could have came and saved him, but we let him just go like lamb to the slaughter.
I agree. Maybe we should talk to Ben about it. He did the that comment that he did make.
It's alarming, right? And then now
A little
he kind
bit.
of wants to stay behind the group, drive the cart himself. Also, every fucking town we go to, someone knows him, or he has done something monumental. Isn't that kind of alarming?
The Phoenix lady also said that he was older, and I think, well, we all know he's old too. It may just be a thing. It may just be a thing that since he is just older than that.
But he
just
looks
has
like
been
our
around.
age. He doesn't look old, though.
I know. Well, elves also look like that.
You think he's an elf? I mean, he
I
does
don't
wear
see
a
any
hood
point
all the
he
time.
is.
I mean, but he does wear a hood.
Oh.
I don't know. But she also made that weird comment about your family with working with this too. What's all that about? I don't want to put you on blast in front of everyone. It's just she did make the comment, and it's there. Hey, you don't gotta tell me now. You can come out.
I don't know what she meant by my family being involved.
Hey, man, family's weird. If they're involved, I get it. Family's tough. It's
Yeah,
hard.
it's a fickle thing, and being royalty gets me. Well, it has its upsides, and you know, there's a lot of standards that come to it, that come with it.
Oh, they hold you up to something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that sucks. I feel you on that.
Like hell, I got a message just before I fell asleep from my sister. They apparently know that I've been doing what we've done, and they've told me to either stop or be more careful about it.
That's
Oh.
sus.
You don't think that's weird though? To stop, like,
Trying to help people,
I mean,
trying to save children.
is your family known to be doing? I mean, is this like a business venture for them?
I don't
guess?
know. I don't know. This is something I've never. I don't know.
Would you want to get to the bottom of it?
Yeah. I should have asked when she sent me a message. I should have been like, "What the fuck do you know?" And I fumbled and got nervous and just didn't.
She older or
I
younger?
wasn't expecting older.
Yeah, there's the family hierarchy. Things happen. I'm sure we'll find out the bottom of this, but I mean, the only person who could run off and go tell is, well, there's Miss Lightborn, and then the Phoenix. I don't really know if there's anything else in between.
I hope my family isn't linked to this kidnapping ring. I really hope.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so too, for the sake of your well-being. That would
Really wishing that I eavesdropped.
fucking suck. That would fucking suck.
Fuck.
It's
Okay.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm going to cut this off is because this conversation could keep going for literally
Yeah,
ever.
Forever. Yeah.
You go to
cast
identify
Yeah.
on the sword. It is just a scimitar +1. So you can add that to your inventory, Jim.
okay. Special name to it or just
Scimitar +1. That's all it is.
Okay.
Just scimitar +1. It'll give you +1 to hit and +1 to damage.
Okay.
You go to sleep, Jin. Valxis, you're awake for your watch. Is anyone else during their perspective times awake going to be trying to do anything specific? Aphelion, Ben, anything?
Nope. Just sleeping through the night.
Okay. Ben? No?
No,
Opal?
I'm doing.
You'll wake up at some point if you want to do anything in the house at any point.
She'll just sleep until everybody
Okay.
wakes up in the morning.
Everyone gets a long rest, including Drell. Everyone gets a long rest. You all wake up the next morning. Drell will get to you in a bit. You guys all wake up the next morning. The kids and Henry are already downstairs. Kent and Gale are chasing each other around the rooms. What are you guys doing?
Jin's gonna get up and crack his back. We good to go, or how are we doing this? We want to do it in trips?
I mean, Henry can take what, 7 people?
8.
8, including himself.
No, 9
Or
including
8.
himself.
No, 9, including himself.
Mm.
So the 4 kids and 4 of us, and then he just comes back for the other.
Okay. I don't mind staying behind, or we can.
Or we can
Figure out.
split it up and have 2 people stay behind. He only takes
Oh, here we go again.
7. All right, Jin, you can stay behind.
He does a little finger salute and then just sits down on.
I'll
a
stay
couch.
behind as well.
Cool. All right, Henry.
Yeah, what's up?
Hedrun.
So 2 trips?
2
But, like
trips.
3 spells being cast. Okay.
Yeah.
Cracks his knuckles.
Do you guys want to ask if we can leave the guard here first? And then if it's a problem, Jin and I will just ride it back.
Who's going to get that message to you?
Can you contact us, Henry?
Oh, what? No, I don't have the
No.
means to talk to people over distance. But Miss Lightborn
Well,
usually
maybe-
does. Usually she like sends out those creepy like right in midair messages.
So
Okay, so and she knows
ask
who
her.
both you two are because she's both met you, so she can do that.
Sure. She wants to, if she even
Waste of
can
spending.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
You kids want to go to church? And the kids stop and get real confused, and he goes, "That didn't land. Okay. I'm gonna have one of you. Roll me a D100.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I think this is what I think it is. This could go crazy.
Okay. You get the kids and everyone that is teleporting gathered together, and he taps the staff on the ground, and for a moment all of you feel all of the air in your bodies get sucked out as you like start to gasp, and when you inhale you're all standing in the center of a church. Ben and Jin not with you. And then you hear, "Oh, welcome everybody to the Church of Lathander.
Oh boy.
Henry, I see you've come back so soon. You've brought us guests. I didn't know you had children." And Henry goes, "Hold up, wait. Definitely don't have kids. We were coming here because it was the only place I knew well enough. They gotta get out of here. I gotta go back, and but I gotta wait to go back now. So
Just come. Let's just go, and I just walk
hey,
out.
hey,
and there's-
Valxis.
Hmm.
And he gets real close to your ear and he goes, "Make sure to donate something on the way out." And he starts to walk out and takes the kids with him. And Opal, Aphelion, and Valxis, you guys are still in the church. Are you following him out?
Yeah, I follow him out.
Okay. Are you putting anything in the donation box?
Is the guy like out? Is the guy like out like holding like a donation box, or is like
No, the
somebody
donation
nearby
box is at the
it?
door. He's just watching you all. He just watched
No,
all
I
of you
wa- no, I
appear
just
in the
walk out the
center of
door.
this room and then walk out. And he goes,
You don't owe
Support
these
church.
fools nothing.
No, I walk out the door. I
he
don't
goes,
donate.
he just like watches you all leave and goes, "Okay, well, have a nice day. Thank you for your visit. Walk in the light of Lathander." It's all of you walk out. And Henry, you guys get outside and Henry's like, "How much did you donate?"
I didn't use any of his service. I'm not going to donate to
Oh
the church
my
for
god,
services
you're
I
just
didn't
gonna
use.
teleport into the middle of a church and
You
not
are the one.
pay them?
You.
I have already donated there twice in the last day,
It's
and I
true.
didn't even teleport in until
Oh my
now.
god, it's so
We're going to the town hall
Okay, you go to the town hall.
with the kids.
Okay, I guess I'm also going to the town hall. God damn it.
Yeah.
And he like
exactly.
follows you to the town hall. You guys go to the town hall.
Walk in.
Okay, the secretary,
kids.
that secretary woman sitting in front of you. She's writing. She does the thing where she holds up the finger while she's writing. It's an
Just, like, wait
uncomfortable
there.
amount of time. Like 5
Just
minutes.
kind of like tapping my foot.
Yeah, 5 minutes go by and she puts the pen down and goes, "Yes, how can I help you?"
Valxis Winterlight.
Do you have an
I want to talk
appointment?
to. No, but I gesture to the kids and I go, "We have missing children."
No one ever has an appointment. And she looks down and starts writing on the piece of paper and then brushes the words and they go flying off through the wall. She waits for a second. You hear her like tapping the pen on the table. "Miss Lightborn will see you now.
Oh, I
You know the
walk-
room. Go, go, go. Hurry up. Get out of my way. Go, go, go." She brushes you
She's just so
aside. You guys
busy.
get over to the door. And
Lord.
as soon as you're about to knock, the door gets pulled open by a mage hand.
Cool. Walk in.
"Mr. Winterlight.
Good morning.
Good
Miss Lightborn.
morning." "And a good morning it is. I hear you've brought the children back."
We did, yes.
Everybody
you're
slowly
missing one.
filters into the room.
Well, we're missing 2.
Missing 2 children.
No, we're missing. Sorry, I thought you meant people. Sorry.
No, I meant missing
Yeah.
one
Oh
of
my
the
God.
children.
Yes,
Are you
we
missing 2 people?
one.
Did 2 of you die?
No, they're
Drell
waiting
told me
back.
all about it. Said you guys were in a heated combat and that he didn't know whether or not you made it and that he ran away with Henry and then Henry went back and he decided to stay because he was too wimpy for the fight.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Although he said he had intel for me, but when I asked what it was, he didn't have anything. We assumed you died.
I mean, that's fair.
Where's the 5th child?
We don't know. Apparently, they had plans to expedite the process of but I can only, the best word that comes to mind is indoctrinate them. They expedited that so that they could move this child on to wherever they want to take him. Opal, do you have the letter?
Yeah, she hands him the letter to hand to
A
her.
letter. Okay, Opal, you seem rather resourceful with these letters you seem to always have. And she pulls it, she takes it and starts reading it. Actually, she takes it and then goes, oh, well, this won't do. And then brushes her hand around it and you see the ink come off the page and then reorganize. Does anyone speak Draconic? Goes from thieves' cant to a language none of you understand. She reads
Which
it in the air.
Nobody understood thieves' cant either, except for Opal.
Right. But so you see it, but everyone else sees it transform to another thing they also can't read. And she goes, huh. Kraylin. Why is Kraylin getting involved with underground bandit schemes, especially minor ones like this?
Who's Kraylin?
What? Sorry?
Who's Kraylin?
A person. You got the children back, though, which is fantastic. Except for one, obviously. So hold on one moment. And she
saw the last letter, right? That had Kraylin's name on it.
Yes.
And didn't mention anything about him that time? Okay.
Well, it was about the headquarters. This is Kaizo going out and directly involving the Phoenix and the kids and the services and yeah. She's taking more note of the fact that there's more than just a single one-way thing. And she pulls out this pouch, she opens it, and she takes out 10 platinum and pockets it. And then pushes the bag forward. 40 platinum.
Grab the bag.
10 platinum for each child. However, these 3 are from here. Your families have already had word sent out. They'll be meeting you here to pick you about all 3 of you up.
Fast.
You, however, and looks over at the little tiefling boy and goes, you're going to have to catch a caravan back to Belloc if that's your intention. We can't stop you from doing so. It's your decision where you go. I'm assuming you'll all find Drell at some tavern somewhere. That's where he said he was going to go. Either that or he was asking about the Wispy White. Very vividly. Said he was terrified, but he wanted magical stuff. So it was kind of a non-conversation.
Okay. Yeah, we'll find out an tavern then.
But if there's nothing else I can do for you all, thank you for saving the children. I'll have to deal with this business.
About that card.
What about it?
Would you be mad if we left it in Cedrock?
I mean, left it with whom?
In, like, the stable there at Cedrock.
I mean, it was just one of the caravan cards. I was just lending it to you. As long as it gets to dealing business back and forth, what's it matter? It's just a card. It's not like my personal card.
Well, I didn't know if you... All right, cool. Henry,
is this a point of discussion? I don't understand. It's just a cart. Carts of just wood with wheels.
I didn't know if like you had paid
Oh.
for it, you were lending it to us to
You
like
were all
use.
worried I was going to be upset by a cop. You guys think so highly of me, and you think I'm so intimidating. I like that. No, you're fine. Leave the cart. You can go back and get your friends. I'm assuming, Henry? Yeah. It's been a while, Henry. You didn't stop in when Drell was left here. Kind of rude. Well, you weren't always the best to me, so why would I want to see you? Oh, blunt.
Oof.
Okay. Thought you were a better student than that, I guess.
Mm.
Just because you didn't do your work, it doesn't mean it's my fault. You can go back and get the others. Lord knows you need to put that staff's worth to use. Feel free to bring them right back into this room. Go. And he's like, fucking, okay, fine. And he immediately, and Jin and Ben, he appears right in front of you.
All right.
Okay, the lady says I have to bring you back, like, right now. Leave the cart. Fuck it. We need to go. Actually, shit, we should bring it to the stables. She said it's for mercantile. Maybe it should go to the mine. Ah, fuck.
All right, we could just take it to the mine. I'm just going with what you.
No. Bring it to the stables. Bring it to the stables.
All right.
Oh, shit. And then you guys run the cart to the stables. It only takes like 10 minutes. While that 10 minutes is happening, are any of you... Mistal Lightborn is just standing in front of you all. We're going to be waiting a little bit. I'm assuming, you know.
Yeah, the cart was sitting outside of the house that we were at, so yes, it's probably
okay.
they're probably taking it to the stable.
Right.
Right. So
you saved the kids. You did it, Mr. Winterlight. You're a hero. Hope that writes the song that you've been wanting to write.
yeah.
Opal's just kind of standing there, like, looking at him, and then looking back at her, and then looking at him again, and just arms crossed. Kind of staring.
I mean, while we're here, we might as well chatter. We can't just sit in silence while we wait for Henry. Lord knows that.
I mean, we could sit in silence.
Do you want to sit in silence? Are you afraid, Mr. Winterlight?
No, I just don't have anything to talk about.
You have nothing to talk about?
No.
She's staring daggers at you.
I'm not looking at her.
I know, but you can feel her stare. She looks down at Opal inquisitively. Do you give her a look or anything?
Why don't you tell her, like, a story? You know, how I got kidnapped and stuff?
Oh,
you know more about that than I do.
Oh, you were kidnapped?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord.
In fact, right after I was done talking to you.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we did have just a bit more business to discuss. I'm sorry. I guess if you had gone with the rest of your companions, you wouldn't have been kidnapped. That's my fault. But at least Valxis the hero saved you.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, what a hero.
He sure did.
What a good guy. What a fantastic individual.
You know, I never really got to say thanks either. We just kind of ran out.
Oh my gosh. I forgot to say thank you for saving the children. That's my bad. Thank you so much, all of you, for saving these children and dear Opal here. Now it's your turn. Don't leave me hanging, Opal. You need to thank them too.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I probably would have died.
See, she would have died. You are all heroes, not just Valxis. You could all write songs now. Or have songs written about you.
Because I wouldn't eat their food, so I would have died of starvation and anything.
That would have been the worst. Have you ever starved before? It's not pleasant.
Have you ever starved to death before?
Not to death. But starved. It sucks.
I've been hungry a couple
No,
times.
sorry,
Yeah.
the Winterlights are a bit too rich to starve.
Are they now? Couldn't
All right,
afford your
buddy.
own horses and cart, could you?
It's kind of sent into a country that we don't really come to ever.
And didn't bring any of your wealth with you.
No, I did.
Goes to show you don't give two shits about a country that's not yours.
Exactly.
Which is weird that you care about its children. But that's a non-factor. Would you like to sit in silence and wait for Henry, Ben, and Jin to come back? Because it seems like you're holding a bit of hostility in your
I'd like
chest.
to go find Drell, and I'd like to leave.
Are you taking the money with you?
Yes.
Feel free.
Cool. I
Anyone
walk out the
going with
door.
Voxus? None? No takers?
I'll stay here. Where are the kids doing?
I think you should go with Voxus.
You think I should?
He needs a friend right now.
Mm. All right.
Go. And she shoos you out the door. At this point, you guys, Ben and Jin and Henry, you guys would have gotten to the stables to leave the cart. There's a guy there. Hey, yeah, just leave it there. I'll tie it up. It's one of the mercantile ones. There's 2 good steeds, too. Starts tying them up. Henry goes, we good to go?
I think that's it. If there's anything else, I don't know.
Awesome. Bangs the staff on the ground, and I need Jin, roll me a D100.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What?
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, you appear.
Okay.
You
Insane.
appear. You
High
appear.
five.
good number.
You appear
Wow.
inside the office, but you're on top of the desk, Jin. Henry goes, "Shit! Oh, sorry. Get down. Get the fuck down!" And like starts like
Okay.
pulling you off the desk. Sorry, Miss Lightborn. You know how teleportation works. She goes, "Oh no, I understand." Well, Mr. Winterlight's taken all of your money. I had everyone else stick around to give you my thanks. Jin, benevolent one. I appreciate you finding these children. Your friend Drell is probably at some bar or the Wispy White, getting magical items he can't afford. Nonetheless,
Probably at the bar.
is there anything else you folk need from me?
I mean, if I don't know what they asked you, so
Ask
it was
anyways.
good seeing you.
It's good seeing you
Okay.
too. Ask anyways. Feel free. You don't know what information they gathered.
Yeah, I guess so.
Can't assume they got everything they wanted.
What's going on with that? The tiefling boy.
He's right there. It's up to him
Oh.
where he goes.
Hey, where are you going?
He just looks up at you and goes, I don't know.
Okay, come.
Well, I mean, I could go back to Belloc, but like,
It's kind of my responsibility, seeing that I worked for Breck. So, you're gonna
wait, hold on. Because you worked for my uncle, you like own me now?
not own you. I just feel responsible to take care of you because Breck was a good guy and he.
Are you trying to
Gave
be
me
like
money.
my dad? My dad's still alive, you know.
Nah. Okay, I'm not trying to be your dad.
Okay, well, you said you're gonna
What?
take care of me, so
Are
I don't
you
know what
sure?
that means.
Would you
don't
like to
wanna
be
my
kidnapped
dad?
again? Do you want to just go
Are you
wander to
threatening
Belloc
to
by yourself?
kidnap me right now in front of
No,
everyone?
I'm just saying, if you go travel to Belloc by yourself, there's a chance. I mean, I don't know how you got snatched. I'm just
Kinda
saying
sounds like
what
you're threatening to kidnap me on my way to Belloc.
Man, I can see why he's your.
I
your
feel like
uncle.
you
It's
trying to
nice.
take care of me now sounds like you're gonna take care of me.
Ah,
No, I'm just trying to. You know what? It's fine. You can just stay with her.
Okay.
Uh,
It's not like it's your decision anyways.
guess so. Wow, you got an attitude for like, what are you, 9?
Well, I don't know, you're trying to like claim parent guardianship over me like without asking my permission.
I saved your life.
Did you though?
Yeah, well, actually, I didn't do what.
Was I going to die?
Well, at one point.
You just
There
said
was-
that. Aphelion is in the
doesn't
room.
know.
Everyone's in the room but Valxis and Opal at this point, and Drell.
Oh, they are? I didn't know no one's talking.
Everyone else is in the
I
room.
am just.
I feel like I've been quiet the entire
All
time.
of the other kids are there. Everyone is in the room. Ben, fucking Aphelion, Henry, the fucking 4 kids, and Lightborn. They're all just
Oh, Jim
standing there
turns around
watching
to
this
all-
conversation.
I didn't see you guys there.
Miss Lightborn,
Okay.
like Miss Saul Lightborn, has her arms crossed and is just like giving you these weird eyes of like, the fuck are you saying to this child?
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Okay.
Where'd Valxis go?
Valxis and Opal went to go find your friend Drill, who could be literally anywhere in the city.
But why did only Opal go with him? Why did only Opal go with him?
Well, it was going to be nobody.
Aphelion, why didn't you tag him?
Well, figured
Well, he seems
waiting for you
moody.
guys here. Just waiting for you guys here. There's no need to send 3 people to look for Drail.
Honestly, a
Couldn't
lot
be
of you
figured.
seem moody. Did it not go well?
It didn't go the best.
Something weird
I mean,
happened.
you
That's all I
killed
can say.
Kaizo and saved
Probably
4
not talk about it
children.
for the kids.
I mean, they saw it.
I could. They did. Well, they didn't.
You're
see
not
the-
here, Opal.
I know.
Well, that's a discussion we have to talk amongst ourselves.
Mm.
It was a pleasure seeing you. You look great today, and I'm gonna go find Valxis.
Are you
I'm
hitting
probably
on
gonna
me?
head to Kurth. Oh, look! And Jin shows his eye. Look! Hey! Look at this!
Wow, you have an eye.
Okay. Well, I just thought you'd be
I'm
shocked
sorry
as well.
that you have an eyeball.
No, I'm not wearing an eye patch anymore. You didn't.
I thought you were wearing it for style anyways.
No, it was. I have a scar that runs down my.
Right.
This is just-
Oh my god, I'm
I'm-
so surprised!
Yeah,
Oh, your eye,
I was-
Jin!
it was
the
healed,
world
I can
has
see it out of-
changed! Your eye is fixed! Oh,
Thank you.
praise be to whatever deity could have ever done this! Good enough?
Thank you. That was.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Oh, thanks.
Glad to
I'm
please.
gonna go down. and
So
see
you're just leaving
Kurth
by
and-
yourself? Because everyone else is also just kind of hanging out.
I'm saying that as an open invitation. I
Okay.
don't know. I'm assuming you're taking care of the kids and.
And their parents are on their way.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna head to the bar if you guys want to come. I
Okay.
don't know if you guys.
Good
wanna
luck at
stick
the
around
bar.
Here, but yeah. Bye. And then Jen walks out.
Hopefully something raises your moods.
Is no one following?
Are you
Jen?
guys staying in my office? Or because now 3 people have left and you 2 are standing around looking like someone just killed your puppies.
I'm gonna stay behind.
Are you saying that out loud or are you just standing there silently?
Yeah, I'll say it out. I'll say it.
Okay.
I'll say it out loud. Stay
Okay.
it out loud. I was gonna say for some reason.
Say it
Mhm.
out loud.
I'm staying out loud.
Okay, so Ben is inclined to stay for some reason, and you, blue one,
I'm gonna go.
that's a choice.
That is a choice.
Hopefully you. And she looks at you. Be safe.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just open the
So
door and walk
ominous.
out.
Everything's so ominous and awkward.
gonna
And she
go
goes, okay,
wander
children,
around town."
please wait by the front desk. I'm sure Valerie will take very good care of you. And I will stay back with the one and only benevolent one.
I'll catch up with everyone
Hey.
in a few.
You know, you're
I
all leading
bet-
everyone else to suspicion. Every time one of you wants to stay back and talk to me, you're adding a little bit of spice to your friendship. Do you
Well-
talk about me? She's asking you, Ben.
Everybody wanted to have some alone time with her, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have they left? Has everyone left now? Or
Yeah,
are they
everyone's
like?
I mean, if Aphelion walked out, yeah.
No, I just wanted to ask a few questions.
Hopefully I have answers. And she sits down.
You and Henry studied together at the library.
No. I was Henry's professor.
Oh, really?
I taught Henry. Speaking of which, Henry, and he's like outside the door, not knowing what to do with himself, and he like immediately runs back in. Yeah. What? Yes, Miss Lightborn. Professor Lightborn. Miss Lightborn. Governess. Fuck. And he just like panics, and you've not seen Henry like panic like this before. And he goes, Miss Lightborn will do. Wherever you do go next, make sure to keep involving yourself in these things. I think they'll better you as a person. Good luck. You can leave now. And he's like, yes, Professor. Fuck. And just runs out and shuts the door behind him. She goes, ask away. I taught Henry. He was part of a class of wizards that trained at the library, the Grand Library, that is.
Well, what concerns me is this Phoenix person.
Yes.
Um,
She does seem rather concerning. And also beautiful. Everyone has described her as gorgeous. It's really weird.
when we first encountered her and the children, naively we thought we should just run in and take care of things. And naive we were. She held time still and took her, well, spent time speaking to each one of us. She somehow knows Henry. Maybe a run-in where they studied together. I'm not too sure.
I don't remember a student that was a Phoenix Aarakocra. Though Aarakocra usually age much quicker, which means that based on her age, I may not have been teaching at that point, or maybe they've run into each other as adventurers or underground dealings. I wouldn't know.
Well, when she spoke to me, she seemed to give the impression that she knows who I am.
Well, many have been trying to figure out who you are, what you are, for a very long time. You know that, right? That you've been investigated.
And I, much longer than everyone else. Spent roughly 20 years at the library, researching my own existence.
You did. We know. We were watching.
I'm aware.
But some things, Mr. Ben, you cannot always figure out from books, because some things haven't been written down. There isn't a story of every creation. Sometimes existence isn't found in a book. After all these years, centuries, it doesn't surprise me that someone would have figured out how you are. It just depends on who and how. Maybe your morals have prevented you from that answer. You have been called the benevolent one. Your deeds of good in trying to acquire things by morally good reasons and ways and methodologies Maybe the answers you're looking for aren't so legal. But I don't have them, and as a governess, everything I do has to follow some sort of legality, so I may not be able to be of assistance to you. However, do know that due to these benevolent acts in which you've been so rightly named for, most of the Dithronian kingdom has stopped bothering to try to find out why or how you exist, and are just trying to find appreciation for the fact that you do. Until something goes wrong.
Okay.
Why are you so curious about your own creation? Your own existence?
Aren't you?
Curious about your creation?
About yours? Why isn't anyone curious about their own?
But I know about my creation. My father, my mother, loved each other, and they had me. I don't have to discover it. And even if I did, I don't know how curious I would be about my beginnings. I would just try to shape my end.
Well, I mean, on a deeper level than that. Past. Parental
Life?
origin.
Are you talking about life and why existence exists in the first place? That sort of question of the fabrication and how every facet of life exists in this world entirely? Those kinds of deep existential questions have brought old men to their knees, dying before they could find answers. And the person who does find the answer, well, what will they have left?
Truth.
Truth doesn't hold up, in my opinion. And you may disagree. But if someone has all of the answers and all of the world's truths, then they have no reason to continue searching. And that's a terrifying thought. Nothing to search for. Nothing to figure out. Being all-knowing. Doesn't appeal to me. It sounds like a drab and miserable existence, if you ask me. I'd rather stay curious. Only find certain answers, things that I know have further answers beyond, so that the next person may find those, and their life can be fulfilled.
I'm concerned if I don't find the truth. I will continue blindly into this world with no purpose.
Do you feel you have no purpose now? Just because you don't know how you exist? You make it seem like if I didn't know I was born from my parents, and I never found out how I was born or never met my parents, then I'd be under the ideology that there's nothing for me in the world. You find your purpose through other people, not by the truth of your creation. At least I've never found someone who's felt that their lack in the truth of their creation has stopped them from existing and following goals. Maybe you just need to decide what you want besides that truth. Because what happens, Ben? What happens when you find it? You figure out exactly why you're here. How you exist. How you've lived all these years. How you've been able to walk the earth and do the things you've done. You find out it all of the information. It's all yours, your truth. What, are you going to become a storyteller? Go tell everyone how you were created? What else is there going to be for you? You'll have discovered everything.
Well, I'd hope, as I said, that finding that would reveal the reason I'm here, and that it's not just random. And because I don't think I think feel like there is a reason, purpose for my creation.
Then you'd
And I
be the
feel
only one.
I feel that it has a sinister truth.
And why do you feel that way? Why does it have to be so sinister? What is the harm in forming your existence than believing it be for some malicious reason? If you are in full control, and have been as long as you can remember, then what does someone else's reason for your existence matter?
Because they can take it away.
Well, I have a hard time believing if they haven't taken it away by now, after centuries. I doubt they ever will. But if someone does, know that there are people in the world who are watching you close enough that they'll be there to attempt to stop it. Whatever that may be.
No.
You started using I.
Yes.
You've referred to yourself as we for as long as anyone in my ancestry can remember. My father spoke very, very heavily on it.
Ooh.
You've traveled with these people for what? Couple months? Maybe? And they've already formed how you refer to yourself as an individual. Fascinating. Nonetheless, they should be waiting for you. If you have any more questions, obviously you can make an appointment with Valerie, or just stop by as you all seem to like to do rather often. I may be here, I may not. Oh, and... Oh, go ahead.
No, I just punched my microphone.
Just so you're aware, because your friends seem to want to inquire about this Kraylin. He's one of the unknown members of the Dithronian Council. And things started getting weird when he went off the grid. And that's when the King and Queen started taking decisions into their own hands. I didn't think that was pertinent to involve a Winterlight in, seeing as how he seemed very upset about the fact that I addressed his heroism. But if you can find a way to put it, you can inform them. I just don't know if this is something drastically bigger than your small group of not even really friends, by the way all of you seem to tell your stories, can handle. So, I've sent word out about this Phoenix. You've gotten the kids home. Figure out what you want, Mr. Benevolent One, and what the goals of your companions seem to be. Find a heading, and if paths seem to cross in continuing quests for the righteous and good, so be it. But for now, it seems like you all have a lot of things to work on.
Indeed.
I do appreciate this chat. It's not every once in a while I get to stop doing all my work and have a conversation, especially with someone who has lived centuries that beyond elves. So, I appreciate the chat. However, I must be getting back to my work. And your friends,
Of course.
are probably finding your drill somewhere.
I appreciate the conversation.
As do I. Farewell, Ben.
Farewell, Miss Lightborn.
She opens the door with the mage hand and shuts it behind you. And as you walk to the front desk, you see a human man and an orcish woman holding Ront between their arms, short sword on the ground. You see a pair of gnomes giving their daughter the biggest hug. You see little Kent, a human boy with one parent. His mother has come to pick him up, and she's holding him as tight as she can. The little tiefling boy is sitting inside the lobby on a chair, just kicking his feet, not sure what he wants to do. And as you step outside to go find your friends, you are immediately grabbed by your shoulder and pressed up against the wall. The same red tiefling man that grabbed Drell the night before. And that's where we're going to end the session for tonight.
He's right there. He's right there.
Where's my son?
Oh my god.
Little brother.
Amazing.
Little brother.
Little brother.
Little bro.
Where's my
Yeah.
little brother?
Where's my little bro, man? Where's my bro?
Give him to me.
Dang. I thought we were gonna go a little longer.
Can you just clarify the tree of who, like, where Kralen's a part of? Because names are so confusing for me.
Dythornian Council.
No. But he's a
Kralen
part of
was
the ring, right?
Yeah,
He was the one that sent the letter to Kaizo saying the
Yeah.
headquarters was in Sedrock.
The
And then
first one.
Kaizo wrote the letter that was going to go back to him that said, like, don't involve her. She doesn't need to investigate this. We have the operation locked down. And
So Kralen's above what we just dealt with.
yes.
Gotcha.
Well, you don't know if he's above.
Because we
You
know
don't know.
money's going to
Probably
him.
on the
Well, you
same
don't
level
know
as the
whether or not
Phoenix.
you don't know whether or not he's above, below, or on the same level as the Phoenix, but you know that he's
Right.
above Kaizo.
Yeah, exactly.
And if he's saying, if Lightborn is saying that he's on the Dythornian Council, it means he is one of like 8 individuals that run this country.
Right.
Jesus.
And she said specifically that they're now running it themselves without a council.
No, it's that. So all of you would have known this part. It's that in the last like decade, not even decade, it'd probably be a couple years, that even though it is a council and there is a king and a queen, the council are there to advise the king and the queen, and there are a lot of votes on decisions that affect the country. But lately there have been like rumors of like dark whispers in the ears of the king and queen where they're bypassing the council and making decisions themselves, decisions that most of the country don't find good. Nothing that dramatically has affected the lands you walk, but like small things here or there that have started to like kind of raise suspicion. And Kralen, the way that Lightborn just told you, is one of the council members that isn't really known. Most of the council members that are known are the heads of each city that exist in this country. Kralen is not a head of any city. He is one of like the unknown council members because the council goes beyond just the leaders of the cities, but many of them keep their names out of it because they don't want to be discovered or known and want to be able to just like do things without being a publicized figure in these politics.
Gotcha.
God, Austin, I wanted you to do I was like waiting for Aphelion to do something the whole session. I'm like, he's got to have something brewing in his fucking brain that he wants to
all
unleash,
just-
but
It's all
not- it
just
wasn't-
thinking and stirring.
It
and
wasn't tonight. I was just waiting for it. I'm like, fuck, man, I'm waiting. It's brewing.
It's all just thinking and
It's
stirring.
brewing.
Something's a
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
Storms are brewing.
But nonetheless, we're gonna
Anyway,
end this.
Valxis is
Oh,
pissed.
yeah.
So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's real easy to
Piss him
involve.
off?
It's really easy to involve and flip all of your backstories on themselves very quickly.
Very quickly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one. Okay, I have one quick question.
Go ahead.
'Cause It's been stuck on my mind. It's nothing related to Philippe, but what happened in the conversation between Barrow, if I'm getting the name right, Barrow, between him and Drail with the tail thing, because that is confusing me. Though.
So Drell was being in what Barrow could believe was uncooperative, and Drell was trying to leave. So Barrow was like, I'm gonna poke you with my tail and use some fucking magic to brand you, so I know where you go, just in case I need to find you for more answers. Drell caught his tail the first time, but then was in the middle of a sentence and got the second time, after offering his hand and Barrow being like, nah, fuck you. You don't get to offer me your hand for my brand. But Barrow just seems like a guy who's overly frustrated that, like, the one person he's found as a lead for answers to where his little brother went had nothing for him at first, and then gave him everything, and then stormed off upset. Where did you get your token from? What the fuck?
You can drag it from your character sheet.
Oh, well, I have your tokens with your names at the bottom of them on the other thing. But if you can drag them from your character sheet, by all means. But yeah, that's where we're gonna end the session
if you
for
save
today.
it back to the character sheet,
Yeah,
you'll
yeah.
have it. Sorry.
But, well, I gave you guys all your tokens to the character sheet and vice versa. You guys, yeah, they're all linked. But nonetheless, we're gonna end the session off there. Hope you guys all enjoyed the stream. We're gonna head out, and we'll see you guys again next week for more D&D.
Bye.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.